we're back. I can hear the game. Wonderful. I'm logging in for the first time today, so I have to do my dailies, and we'll get into the building of it all once I've done a little bit more planning. But here's what I'm gonna do. Ooh, there's stuff to be sold. None of which I need, but I'll probably buy from them because they're my friends and I love them. Here's the build that I am going to start today. Another legendary sticker. Let's replace one of the Arcanines. Yeah. Okay. I learned that these stickers actually matter when you're getting points at the end of the week because you see how the outlines of each sticker are like slightly different. You'd be able to see better if I had like a regular one. I think it's like the unevolved forms are the regular ones and they just have a circle on the outside. The evolved forms have this like starish pattern on the outside. And then the legendaries have like the shininess and like the thicker outlines. And legendaries are worth like, I don't know, like a certain amount of points. Like the most amount of points, then evolved are next, and then unevolved are like the least amount of points that you get at the end. I learned this recently, but yeah. So your stamp cards, make sure you keep all the evolved / legendary stamps on there because you'll get more points at the end of the week. Oh, hi, Wax. You wish you could stay, but you're at work. Just popping in to say hi. I can talk. Hello. Hope your day at work is not too excruciating. You heard Mew is the highest rank. That could be true. I have not gotten a Mew sticker ever, I think. So that's probably true. Ooh. Red flowers. I want those. Hold on, I have my light up here so I can't actually see how many things I have. I can move it like here. That's fine. Okay. I like to buy all the recipes. Yeah, you're gonna see the boring part before I get to the fun part. But I have like 1,350 coins for those who can't see, which is all of you. Wait a minute. Hold on. My thingy is not thingying. Has it been like that for the past like several streams? It may have been. Let me fix something super quickly. Like super quickly. Soups quick. Soups. The quickiest. Hold on. I know this entire stream has just been me fixing stuff. I'm so sorry. But yeah, okay, I know where this one's gonna be faster because I actually know where it's supposed to be. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're back. Yeah, okay. Now this is clearer so you can like see stuff better. Kind of. You can sort of see how many coins I have. It's transparent. You get it. The Mew sticker is different from legendary. Okay, yeah, then I'm assuming you're right. All the Rihanna songs I know from my parents, so that might explain it. That might have something to do with it. Perhaps. Perchance. I don't know why Sun and Moon wasn't my first assumption because we're playing Pokemon, but here we are. Okay. What, Munchlax? What do you want? Feels like only good things happen when I spend blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be like a stick or a rock. Shells. I actually do need more shells. Thank you, Munchlax. I've reorganized my home base here. I gave the legendary dogs beasts a house. So now Raikou, Entei, and Suicune all live here. They're roommates because they're best friends, I've decided. And then here's my house. It's the one of the pre-built house kits. And I'm going to expand it at some point because I have like a 4x4 area of space, and that's just not going to cut it. Also, you may be wondering why I have so much Pokemetal. Well, let me tell you. I don't know if you've heard of Austin John Plays, but Austin John Plays is one of the people to know for like Pokemon tutorials, any information regarding Pokemon, etc. And he came out with a tutorial for how to grind more Pokemetal. Posture check, thank you. And that involves going to a Dragonite Island and doing some stuff. Check out his YouTube channel for a better explanation than that. But I got so many stacks of Pokemetal ore, and now I'm gonna be set for the rest of my life, basically, from one singular island. Granted, I did like dig up the entire island, but still, yeah. As you can see, I'm very set for life, and I have like 3 stacks, almost 3 full stacks of rare Pokemetal fragments too. So like we're good to McFreakin' go. Yeah. So if anyone needs Pokemetal, Austin John Plays has a great Pokemetal tutorial. But anyway, oh my god, I actually do not need this much. Like there's no universe that I need this much. If you don't know, Pokemetal is used for 3D printing stuff, items that you can take a picture of and then just like print if you don't have. I used it to get some of my last berry trees that I needed. I didn't do the thing right. Hold on. There we go. I set up this like river system because I read that it would be more effective for getting berries, but I think I did it wrong. So it's just cumbersome. Anyway, I've restarted this thought like 20 different times. We're making a new build and it's going to be extremely overwhelming. But what I want to do is turn Pallet Town into, and we may as well rename it while we're here, for the whole mystery of it all. I want to turn Pallet Town into, wait for it. You can see where this is going. The Splat La N D Z. Yep. I'm turning it into the Splatlands. I'm making a Splatoon build in Pokopia. Now, older members of the Beef Hive, I forgot what my own fandom is called. Fandom's a strong word. They remember I was also doing this in Animal Crossing. And I still have my Animal Crossing Splatoon build. We may return to it at some point in the future, but since Pokopia is A, out, B, relevant, C, 10 times bigger than Animal Crossing, I figured, let's see if I can do it in this game. And I probably can, spoiler alert, easier than I can do it in Animal Crossing, because there are a lot of structures that I just can't make in Animal Crossing. For example, Inkopolis Tower. That's not feasible in Animal Crossing besides like making a windmill. So we are going to test the limits of my building expertise by making Splatoon in Pokopia. And what I'm going to do also is assign Splatoon characters, or assign Pokemon to Splatoon characters, so they'll represent them. Like, for example, Tinkaton could be Callie, but I think Tinkaton will be Callie. Maybe I'll make Tinkatuff Callie just because Tinkaton is an important character in this game and she's going to be moving around a lot. Or no, maybe I'll make Sylveon and Leafeon Callie and Marie. This is a hint into a video that's coming up that I'm working on now, that I have been working on since before my hiatus and I just haven't been able to finish. Anyway. Yeah, so I think the easiest thing to start with right now might be like this area. I'm turning this area into Grand Festival, because duh. And I think it might be easiest to start here. So like maybe, how much space do I have to go that way? Not much. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. I might connect this land here to that land over there, just because it's all sand, and Grand Festival grounds are going to be like huge. yeah, I might do that. And then I might like this whole arc area once I connect those. I think that might be the big stage. Or I don't know if that'll work. It's gonna have to go like down. This can be the stage that's like just there, and then I'll have to make a stage on a hill. The best thing I could do is have 2 switches for reference purposes. And I do have 2 switches. I just can't connect them both to Twitch, my streaming software rather, at the same time. So if I do reference the Grand Festival grounds, it'll be off screen. Which Pokemon are the most lesbian or off the hook coded? Well, I can tell you what I have for my video. Basically, the video I'm making, spoiler alert, is I'm making Pokemon teams for Splatoon characters. Spoiler alert, no one steal my idea. I'm making the video. Don't do it. But for off the hook, I'll just give you their aces. Actually, I haven't decided on one of their aces. Marina's ace is Excadrill, obviously. And then Pearl's ace, I'm torn between Exploud and Persian. So I don't know. Because Exploud, because obviously Exploud. But Persian, because like she's a rich white girl. So I mean, I don't know if I think those are the most off the hook coded. The most lesbian coded Pokemon separate from off the hook. Vullaby is Vulture Girl. Vullaby's evolution. Oh my god. I don't remember what it's called. Vullaby and oh my god. It's like, oh my god. What is it called? Oh, wait, no, hold on. I'm picturing it in my mind. I know what it's something. It's like, oh my god, I don't remember what it's called. Mandibuzz, thank you. Oh my god. I feel like such a fake Pokemoner. But yeah, Mandibuzz is 15,000% a lesbian, as is Salazzle. Like, yes, she's sexualized by men, but so are many, many lesbians. I think also people may be mad. Lopunny is a femme lesbian. She's not here for any of that bullshit. She's a femme lesbian. Hold on, sorry. I lost the plot. Stylish hedge seeds. Do I want these? I have plenty. And then let's get rid of... We can afford to get rid of some of those, and then 2 of those. Yeah. Oh, right, I forgot to do my... I'm still doing my dailies. Sorry, it's like I'm so easily distracted, as we all know, from the whole everything. I need to go to Withered Wasteland, and I need to talk to Vespiquen. I do this every day, because Vespiquen gives you furniture with rare patterns, and then I can show those patterns to Painty Boy, Smeargle, and Smeargle will save those patterns so I can use them in the future. And I also need to go see Mosslax rather, so I can give him a sandwich or something of the sort. And that will boost my something. I need to offer him stuff that'll do things. Hope this helps. Oh my god, this game is so big. There's so much stuff to do. What do you want, Charmeleon? Anybody ever tell you yes? Every single Pokemon in this game. Ow! Boy just slapped me in the damn face. Thanks, I guess. Okay, where's Vespiquen? Oh, Vespi. Where is she? Might be gallivanting with the lads. I don't see her, so I have to call her forth. It's right there, yeah. Here she comes. Hello, Vespiquen, what's up? I have stuff for you. Hold on, let me get an angle that I can actually see you. Brought you some honey. Hey, Queen. And I usually just get all of them because I usually have like a lot of honey in my inventory. I'm running low though. I need to go on a honey gathering spree. Okay, I brought more honey. Chic chair, why not? I saw a build online on like fucking Instagram or something of somebody who made a greenhouse for Vespiquen and Combi, and I want to steal that idea. I do want to give credit to whoever did that, so I'm gonna try to find the post. But like, yeah, wait, I'm not done with you. I'm only gonna make Pallet Town the Splatoon themed island, and that's what I love about this game too. Like, I don't have to be married to a certain like concept because I have 4 islands that I can build. 5. I have 5 islands that I can build, so I can make them all different. So I'm thinking Withered Wasteland might be like a garden-y type theme, and I'll like move whichever Pokemon fit the theme the most in here and move the rest like out into whatever environment they are the best in, and so on and so forth. You understand. But yeah, oh my god, it says Splatlands. That's actually going to be confusing. I'm going to see Sparkling Skylands and Splatlands. Maybe I change it to like Ingopolis or something. But that doesn't include Splatsville and like the surrounding Salmonid areas. This is going to be such a complicated build. I've also not planned at all. So Godspeed to me, I guess. But yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. She says that she acknowledges how long it's going to take. But yeah, I eventually am going to make a video about it. I'm trying to be more proactive, not the word I want to use, but I'm trying to be better about making videos quickly. This week, I haven't been working on videos as much. I've been working on like more admin stuff, like getting the VOD channel together, ! VOD, for my new VOD channel, Fresh Beats VOD Freezer. And yeah, I've been preparing for the charity stream. So I have had less time and energy to work on new videos, but next week, it's going to be all video all the time. And hopefully I will get the Splatoon Pokemon video out within the next 2 weeks. Very excited for that. Yeah, okay. Mosslax, what do I want to give you today? Fresh Beats VOD Freezer. Whatever happened to fresh, not frozen? Well, here was my idea for that. Since I was putting my VODs on frozen beef, I thought, why not just like make a freezer for everything? That was my line of thinking. So, and also like, since the VODs aren't like new, since they're old archived stuff, I figured if it's archived, what do you do to archive your fresh produce? You freeze it. So I thought it would all make sense. I could try Encadia. Yeah, that's true. Okay, what do we want to give Mosslax? The offering effects. So I could do a bitter food to find more rare items. I don't really need spicy to make Pokemon appear in habitats because guess what, everybody? I've completed the habitat decks, as you can see by that right there. That symbol means I've completed and registered all habitats. And also, oops, I might have completed the Pokedex by accident. Oopsies, oops. Very normal about this game. Soups normal about this game. Legendaries and mythicals included. The only ones that are homeless right now are Mew and Volcanion. I made a home for Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Kyogre don't get homes because they are like passersby. Mewtwo doesn't have a home because I haven't encountered it since the story of the game. So it's Volcanion, Mew, and Mewtwo that I need to like actually make homes for. They just go in whatever habitat you make for them. But yeah, I've done a lot in this game, so I don't need Pokemon to appear in habitats. Dry flavor food will make me more likely to see Pokemon with rare feathers, which I don't really need. Sour food means the shop might be more likely to have good items in stock. And then sweet food makes it easier to find ancient artifacts. Speaking of legendaries, did I hear one? I did. What's up, Luigi? Homeboy! What's good, brother? Yo! This is disorienting. Oh, this is super disorienting because the clouds don't move. What's good, my knee? What's good? What's oh my god, you acknowledged my existence. That's weird. You don't usually do that. Hey, brother. Are you gonna do that again? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh my god, that's so cool. Before you befriend them, they don't actually acknowledge you existing, but afterwards, I guess they do. Fuck hands McMike over here. Now shit down that feather. Rain on me, rain, rain. And mine now. Lost my train of thought very quickly upon seeing Luigi up there. Okay, anyway. You've never been sure if you actually like Lugia or not. It's so weird. Like the design is weird. Yes, it's a Pokemon, and every Pokemon's design is weird in some way, but it has like its wings are hands, and it's just like that's, you know, it's like I don't know how to feel about it either. You know, it's just like I don't know. I don't know what it is about Lugia. It's just it's so close to being a bird, but then it has hands, and like there aren't a lot of birds, if any, that I know of with feathers that. With wings, rather, that are hand-shaped. So it's just like, you know, I get it. It's confusing. It's like, I can't tell what it's trying to be. Yeah, like, I like it because of its color scheme. I like blue and white and silver stuff. Also, maybe we'll do sweet. Maybe we can do sweet. And make it easier to find ancient artifacts. Let's do that. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be falling off, sorry, getting distracted and going off my intended path a lot if I do that. Also, bitter is more likely to find rare items, but I haven't really noticed much of a difference. So I think what I'm gonna do is sweet. I haven't done sweet in a while, so let's do that. And yes, this is my fridge where I keep offerings for Moslax. It definitely needs to be restocked, definitely. But here you go, my good bitch. Enjoy. Loaf of fluffy bread, thank you kindly. I feel like it might be a lot easier to find ancient artifacts. Wonderful. So yeah, there are tiers to whether it's like a little bit easier or a lot easier, depending on the kind of food you give him. If it's like a special recipe, it makes it a lot easier to do certain stuff. Also, I learned that, with Rock Smash, different types of hamburger steaks will power up Rock Smash either a little or a lot and make it easier to punch through like some of the tougher stuff. Because with some like food upgrades, it takes like 4-ish punches to get through certain materials. But with others that power it a lot, it only takes like 2. It's like punching through sand. Also, sorry about the ad break. I've been yapping for so much time. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna turn this into a beautiful little seaside town. I don't really have a solid plan for this area, but I do want it to like, maybe I might just restore what's already here. I've already kind of been working on that. I've taken out all the crushed up, crumbled flooring and replaced it with new tile. But I kind of don't know what this area is gonna be. I do want to restore the SS Anne though. I think that'll be really pretty. And that's gonna take 25 years minimum, so. This game is so big. There's so much to do in this game. Okay. Okay, great. Anyway. Why am I here? Right, I know I'm here. But I'm gonna go back to Splatlands. I could call it Encadia. I could just call it Splatoon area. That's pretty funny. I might call it Splatoon area. I also might just keep it or rename it back to Pallet Town. We'll see. I'm glad you can change the name whenever you want. That's one thing that, like, thank the Lord, because I'm very indecisive when it comes to naming things permanently, because the stakes are so high. Anyway, where's my boy? What's your face? He's not here. He's wandering around somewhere being all stoic and sage. Where are you? Smear Guru. Where are you at, King? You better not be all the way over there, even though I made it much more easily accessible. Last time I tried to put honey on his habitat, it like straight up didn't work, so I'm wondering if you can't do that for special characters. But where's our boy? I think we know you're indecisive at permanent names. I remember the Eternal Floet. I was literally about to bring up Eternal Floet and then I got distracted. Yeah, I can't use that. Oh wait, no. Hold on. This is Smear Guru's home. Okay, I have like 3 different ones of the same habitat. Hey King, I've got something for you. New pattern just dropped. Why did I just light up at Vikavolt? Because it's awesome! Vikavolt is like one of the coolest bug poke. You know what? In my opinion, Gen 5 and Gen 7 have like S-tier bug Pokemon. I know we've already had the which gen has the best of each type conversation, but like, yeah, Gen 7 and Gen 7 and Gen 5 are just like, they sweep. They absolutely sweep. They're amazing. Gen 5 has so many bugs, and like pretty much all of them are bangers. Pretty much. Like that's so hard to do, to have like a high quantity and high quality at the same time, but Gen 5 clears, Gen 5 clears. And then there aren't as many bugs in Gen 7. I'm thinking of like Golisopod line, Vikavolt line, Ribombee line, but they all slap so hard. I love all 3 of those lines. Well, maybe those are my favorite ones. Are there other bugs in... Ooh, that's a great pattern. Is that Wait, is that like Fearow, or is that... What's her face? Like, Fire Girl. Moltres. It looks more like Fearow. I've been really loving these patterns and how they're all like different Pokemon. Like, hold on. I'll zoom in so you can see. But like there's Charizard, I think that's Shartle, maybe Fearow, I'm guessing. This one's Poliwhirl. Isn't that cool? You can see his little legs in the swirl. Bellsprout, Executor. I think this is Horsey. Oh my god, it's Horsey. Look at the chair and like around the, hold on. I need to zoom in farther. You see like yeah, it's Horsey. That's so cool. I didn't even notice that until this very moment. Oh, Araquanid? How could I forget Araquanid? Araquanid is so cool. What is this? Pinsir? Yeah, that's Pinsir. Tauros? Whoa, that's cool. This is a Ditto one. It's really cute. And then like Articuno, Zapdos, I'm guessing. Moltres, yeah. Mew. That's cool. It's got regular and shiny Mew, kind of. This is Bayleaf! Oh my god, it's Bayleaf! I'm so mad they didn't put the Chikorita line in this game. I'm guessing she'll be there eventually with like DLC or something. I'm hoping they have like DLC for more types of Pokemon and maybe more environments, but hopefully not more environments because I'm already overwhelmed with what we have. Anyway, Blossom, so pretty. Oh, that's Skiploom! Aww! And then Steelix. Wingull. Oh, it has a shiny Wingull in there. How cute. Masquerain. Gulpin. Feebas. The Feebas design is so cute. Dusclops. Mime Jr. Aw. Yeah, and that's it. But like, I love these patterns. I love them so much. I think they're so creative and so cute. Because it looks like a regular pattern until you realize, oh no, that's a Pokemon. Anyway, the reason I'm undoing all the patterns is because they won't stack if they have different patterns, and to keep my space as spacey as it can space, I need everything to stack. Anyway, Araquanid is a strong contender for best bug type ever. Like I'm saying, you'd think it's also a Gen 7, and like you'd think like 2 bug water types in the same gen would be like really similar or something. They are so different. They could not be more different. They're so cool. Golisopod is genuinely, if it weren't for Ribombee, I think either Golisopod or Vikavolt would be my favorite bug Pokemon. Or Volcarona, but like that's such a common choice. I want to be a quirky girl who's different. I don't care about being different. My other favorite Pokemon is fucking Tinkaton, and everyone loves Tinkaton. Tinkaton for good reason, for excellent reason. I don't trust a Tinkaton disliker, and I never have, never will. Nope. Yes. Volcarona is brought down dramatically by its insane evolution. Yeah, it evolves in the 50s, right? Or like the late 40s or something like that, which is bizarre. How early in the Gen 5 games can you get a Larvesta? Because if it's like a later game Pokemon that you get, then like it makes a bit more sense. But if you can get a Larvesta like at the beginning, that's insane. Okay. I want to play Black and White at some point. I've heard White is better, but you know, that's what society tells you anyway. I'm used to hearing that. So not necessarily the truth. Furniture. Wait, this is decoration. This is relaxation. I color coded my boxes and I also added frames on the side to tell me what's in each thing. So this is just like miscellaneous, relaxation, decoration, toys. Anyway. That's decoration, relaxation, 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 and decoration. Great. And then I can get all my plant stuff in my plant stuff box, of course. And I can put this sand hut kit in my kits box over here. I made them orange because construction is an orange thing. You know what I mean. Construction is orange to me. And then I can put my Luigi feather in one of my relics boxes. I put it in my small relics box because it just fits better there. And then for my large relics, I have, my large relics. And then in my fossils box, I have fossils and also armor fragment and also mysterious slates, leftover mysterious slates, because I don't need all of them. What's up, bug girl? You want me to have this? Is it a stick? Is it a leaf? Oh, it's gardening tools. Awesome. Thanks. Okay. Let's put those back in the gardening box. Okay, I said we're starting a new build today, but based on the pace we're at, that's so not gonna happen. Nevertheless. Okay, Larvesta is technically available mid-game since it's locked behind Surf. 59? Level 59. So basically like close to the end of game level. Usually when I'm finishing the game, my Pokemon are around like level 65-ish. So that's nuts. Wait, which cities are different in Black and White? What are the names of those cities? In Black and White 2, you can catch a similar special encounter Volcarona at 35. That helps. So you only have to level it up like 24 times, but that's nuts. Okay, I've done my dailies. What am I actually doing? I want to plan. I'm gonna have to buy all these wares because I like my Pokemon and want us to be friends. Let me actually get some of my item fodder that I save for wares. Any fossil that I have like way too many of, I like to use for trades. I want to keep like 5-ish. 4. I think 4 is a good number to keep. So I'll trade anything that is above that. And then mysterious slates I have absolutely no use for since I finished the mysterious slate thing in this game. So I have 11 armor fossils. That's nuts. Who needs that many armor fossils? Not me. But yeah. The level 59 requirement is worse than it seems because the final boss is level 54. And then Hydreigon doesn't evolve till 64. That I know. It's like, I think it's the pseudo-legendary with the highest evolution level. Or one of the highest. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, nuts. Alright, let me get rid of some stuff. 1,000? I know exactly what costs 1,000. Armor fossil, done. Yes. You debated adding more Gen 7 and Gen 5 Pokemon to your Kanto project. Because all the bugs from their present biome. Yeah, the Kanto bugs aren't good. A lot of the earlier gen bugs are not great. Like, Wurmple is my boy. Wurmple is my boy. That's my son. That's my daughter. But it's not a good Pokemon. It doesn't evolve into like no, they're not Masquerain. Dustox and Beautyfly are not like good to use. Then again, like, when have I ever cared about how usable a Pokemon is? I really care about like the vibe they give off. So it's like, you know, there. Yeah. So I have kind of turned into a hypocrite there because I'm claiming to care about things I actually don't care about. But like, it's not, I wouldn't keep it on the team forever. You know, I'd put it on the team for like a little bit. Nimbasa. Okay, wait, hold on. The Opelucid City, the 8th Gym City, and the city east of Nimbasa City, the 4th. Okay, east of Nimbasa. So Nimbasa's in both games. I care because of the music. Do I have an extra Nimbasa? No, I didn't mean to. Wait, yes, I did. Do I have an extra CD of that song? I think I might. I might bring it over here. Because that goes so hard. Yeah, okay. Also, what? What? Why are you mad? Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. Accumula Town is also S tier music, and I know both of those songs that I mentioned are from memes, but like, there's a reason they slap so hard. There's a reason they're so popular. Like, also you can't listen to Accumula Town without smiling, or at least you can't be in a bad mood listening to Accumula Town. It's so like, how? There's no way. Drift Veil, not Nimbasa. Drift Veil. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it is. Now I sound like a fool. Which I am. Everyone knows this. Accumula Town makes me think of Furret Walk. Exactly, which is why it's so delightful. You're gonna look at Furret and not feel like the world is at peace. Don't trust you if that's the case. Okay, what do I want for the, or what will I sell for this? That, done. Oh wait, that's 1,500? I thought it was just 1,000. Let me see. Is there anything that is just 1K? Well, I'll sell a mysterious slate. Why not? Yes. Fantastique. There's some honey over there that I want. Oh my god, Tinkatuff! She's made friends with like everybody in this town. She's such a social butterfly. I love her. I adore her. Anyway. What's up, Tinkmaster? Girl, you're always asleep. Go home. Anyway, Twitch mobile chat actually work challenge. Impossible. Impossible. You can't even like donate through like the charity button. It's not there on mobile. It's just not there, which is really annoying because like a lot of people use mobile, like whether it's like phone or iPad or whatever, and it's just, it doesn't work, and that pisses me off. Anyway, why does my hand itch? That's odd. It's a weird place to have itch. Ooh, the mousehold ornament. That's cute. I love that. I don't really need the rare Pokemetal. I'm going to be so honest with you. I have so many, but I'm still going to buy it just in case. You're at work, so you have no choice. I know. That's okay. But like, Twitch, get it together, girl. I don't know. It's not your fault. It's definitely Twitch's. I just don't understand why it has to continue being annoying like that. Let's do 2 of my potato steaks and then that. Oh, wait, no. What? Hold on. Wait, what? What's the armor fossil? Am I being gaslit? I swear the armor fossil was just like 1,500. I swear it was just 1,500 outside. There's something afoot. Or is that why they turn yellow? Maybe like the yellow numbers mean like they're worth more? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna have to look up that mechanic. Okay. Give me. Yeah. You only had issues when. Hold on, sorry. Wait, you only had issues when you picked up a call because your car had to be. Yeah, the Twitch app is stupid. So, I mean, it's so good and great, and I'm glad that this company pays me money. Anyway, Right. So yeah, we have to play. I've started and restarted this thought a million times. So I think maybe this area should be like Inkopolis Square. I don't know. Inkopolis Plaza, I mean. The thing is, like, I just don't know. You know what? I could pull up a map. I could pull up a map of Encadia Bay. Or Splatlands. Yeah, that could help me, like, section things out at least. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I could make Alterna. I could dig down and make Alterna. I could literally do that. This game is nuts. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, the possibilities are just more endless in Pokopia than they are in Animal Crossing, so it's easier to make, like, big whimsical builds like that. If that makes sense. So I don't want to abandon my Splatsville town in Animal Crossing, but I don't have to worry about making it so exact because I think I'll just have it there for fun. Originally, I was going to make a video about how I made Splatoon in Animal Crossing, but I think I'm just going to make it in Pokopia because it's easier. Okay. Let me grab a picture. Here we go. All right, so this is going to be too big. Well, actually, yeah, we'll make it too big for now, just so we can work with it. So we have Anarchy. Okay, where are we going to come in from? Like, what is the entrance going to be? It's a question. Is it going to be Splatsville? Is it going to be like Encadia, as in Inkopolis Square or Plaza? Like, what's it going to be? Maybe. So, okay, the Outer Splatlands Desert. I'm pretty sure that's where Grand Festival took place. No, the crater's right there. Oh my god, this is so complicated. Okay, the crater is there. Maybe we come in through the crater. And then there's like this mountain range separating. Okay, hold on. So maybe we have... Maybe we have the, like, first island, like, hold on. Maybe we make... I'm going to make this so tiny. I'm actually just going to put it in the corner and put it below chat. And it's going to be, like, the tiniest thing, and no one's going to be able to see it. But just so it's up here and I can reference it. Or I'll put it in the corner of the... no, I want to keep the screening. I'll put it here. Hope that is okay. It's not. Oh, Ditto fell asleep. Maybe we make this like first island area that we're on right now. Maybe we can make that like, oh no, Splatsville's huge. So it's probably going to be one of the bigger. Okay, here. I'll put this here. You can see it. You can see both things. So like, how much space do I need for Alterna? I'm going to dig underground and use as much space as I need. That's the fun thing about this game. I can just dig like 15 squares underground and then clear out the entire area and just make Alterna there. And it can be like, it can take up the entire map if I want it to. I won't need it to, but it can. Also, this game, in this game, there are a lot of space themed items because of the plot that I'm not going to spoil, but I can like straight up, nope. Yeah, I can straight up, where is it now? There's like straight up a space shuttle in this game. I can have the Alterna rocket just like right there, you know? I can't like make it vertical, but you know, there's so much stuff. Hi gamers, hi beat boobs, welcome on in. Hope you've had a lovely day / week. What day is it? Thursday? Yeah, whatever. It's basically the end of the week. Welcome on in. Surprise, surprise, we're doing a Splatoon build in Pokopia. Because why wouldn't we? That's just who I am. Let me put I'll keep my fossils because I might go to other places to trade. They have space shuttles in Pokopia. They have space shuttles in Pokopia. They have, like, name a furniture item. They probably have it in this game. Like, it's, oh my god. It's insane. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, based on the Splatlands, I was gonna say anatomy, and that's not it, geography, where everything's gonna go. Your day at work was insane. 6th graders are evil. Amen to that, but I love all my students regardless. See, you are better than I. I couldn't be a teacher or anyone who works with students because I would just start crying. Like, at any moment of, like, because the kids would bully me. Kids love bullying people, and they would bully me, and then I'd just start crying in front of them, and they'd bully me more, and it would just be a nightmare. But anyway, yeah, the amount of times in a day I tell kids not to throw things is kind of bonkers. Yeah, like I would give up so fast. Okay, so maybe we make it, yeah, okay, maybe this island over here, like that lower corner island, that can be Splatsville. And then where, I have to make this bigger because I can't actually see it. I have to see which one is, actually I think it's too blurry for me to be able to see anyway. Let me pull this up on Inkopedia is what I'm looking for. Okay. So it's Splatsville, and then a little far away that's Octo Canyon. Octo Canyon can probably be that top left corner where it's brown right now. And then maybe that's all Octoling turf. And this third area, but I don't know how big I want to make the Octoling area in reality, because it's like, I don't really know what I'd put there because so much of it is unexplored, and I don't want to like recreate levels of Octo Canyon and Octo Valley. So I'm not going to make it that huge. I might split up that island so that the Octarian stuff can be like in one area, and then after that, there's like a mountain range, and I can do, I won't build Calamari County. That'll be like too far away because that's not real. It's real, but you know, Inkopolis Square and Inkopolis are like shockingly close to each other and small. I don't know if you can see that, but like that green circle, you can't see where my cursor is, but that green dotted line circle in the like right third top half of the picture, that's Inkopolis Square and Inkopolis Plaza. It's really not that big. So I think I could make the main island that I'm currently on, like this place, I think I could divide that into two and make that Inkopolis. Oh, you know what? This area is the beach. So what I'm facing, that's the beach. I could maybe, I'd have to use a lot of grass, but I could, in theory, turn the beach into Inkopolis Square. Actually, that does make sense. And Inkopolis Plaza can be like where we start. Because when you're in Inkopolis Square and you look to the right, you can see Inkopolis Plaza. Yeah. Splatoon World low-key looks like the Korean Peninsula and Manchuria. Well, it is based on like, I know it's based on some part of Asia, so you could be right. Yeah, I'll have to make like the water. Okay, this is gonna be actually a huge undertaking. I can contribute nothing but mostly irrelevant chat vibes to the stream. Totally fine. We can leave all the building to me and all the fun to you guys. Let me see. Oh, I have a higher res version of this picture actually. Let me use that instead. I'm gonna save it, and it's probably gonna like blow up the picture on stream, but I'll fix it in a sec. Or not. Hold on. This is fun. I forgot that I actually really like urban planning, and that's what my degree was for. Well, to a degree, haha. But anyway, you can see it more clearly now. So if I were to like make it like huge, which I can't on the screen I'm on right now. There's Ho-Oh. What's up, Ho? Hey, girl. Anyway, look at Ho-Oh for a second. You can't see it. There we go. But yeah, you can see like the tiny bit of Inkopolis. I think that could work. I think that could work for this tiny island right here. I just have to figure out the scale that I'm gonna translate it to. Oh boy. And then I'd definitely be able to make the salmon swim zones. This makes it so much easier than Animal Crossing just because of how big everything is and how much I can like alter the terrain. I think. All right, I think we've got to start. I think the easiest thing to do right now would be to make the crater. And I really wish I could, maybe I'll like, I don't have money. I forgot. I can't like, I could get like a second capture card and hook it up to everything, but that costs money and money that I don't have. The money that I do have, I'm saving for Tomodachi Life. So that's not going to be an option. Interesting. Here's what I'll do. I'll make this like that size and put it behind everything. That's not going to work actually because of the way this stream is. Whatever. I'll just turn it off for now. Anyway, it's post-apocalyptic future Japan around like Tokyo Bay, which is funny because there's also in the crater, which is like over here, this part, in the crater is the Eiffel Tower, the ruins of the Eiffel Tower. So what's that about? Unclear. Anyway, you started playing the demo of Tomodachi Life and you need the game so bad, but you don't have money. Yeah, I saved up specifically for it, as I did for Pokopia too. But yeah, games don't need to be that expensive, I'll say it. Ah, I missed the feather. No, I didn't. It's still there. Awesome. The feathers despawn after a while, which I didn't know until it was too late. So I gotta quickly... Come on. Nope. Where's my water? Okay, we're good. Anyway. But yeah, you see how this is like shallow area? I could just like... Hold on. I could just like... connect these two areas with so much sand. I'm gonna need a lot of sand. The next to the desert, or like in the crater, that is where Grand Festival took place. So that area. Wait, what did I say? I was gonna put Octo Canyon. Octo Canyon's up there. I was gonna put it like, actually, yeah, I am gonna put this under the everything. Hold on. There, that's easier to see, or easier to see everything else on the screen. So I said I was gonna do, okay, so hold on, I'm making this huge so it's easier for all of us. Okay, great. So here's the crater. Here is Inkopolis Square and Inkopolis Plaza. And Pearl's house. Mount Nantai is right there, and Octo Canyon's there. So Octo Canyon's like the biggest of these areas. Splatsville is like the second biggest, and the Encadia region is the smallest. So I think that translates nicely to like this island over here being Octoling Turf, this over here being like Splatsville area, and this over here being Encadia area. I think that's pretty good. I think that makes sense. So maybe, what do we want to start with then? What would be easiest to start with? Splatsville and the crater might be easiest to start with, actually. Because there's nothing there right now. So that would be this island over here. Actually, that would be easiest because there's nothing there. And because I have such a good view of what Splatsville looks like because that's my entire Animal Crossing island. So like, yeah, let's just map out where things are gonna be. We could make like, so wait, no, the crater's it's closer to the water, ironically. I don't know how that works. So maybe we can make the crater like somewhere around here. And then Splatsville could be like up here-ish. And then it moves to like, or wait. There's a giant water source over here. And I don't really want to get rid of that. So what can we do with that? We could make this into the crater. We could actually take all the water out, move it somewhere else, and make this the crater. But actually, that doesn't give it enough room. That switches where they are, where Splatsville and the crater are. Here, you can see what I'm talking about if I bring this up. Yeah, so like, you see what I mean? There's the crater, and then we dig below wherever we are to make Alterna in the crater. So I can see the crater being like here at the beginning of this island. Not the beginning, the front of this island. Because if I connect that sand over there to this sand over here, that can be the Grand Festival grounds. Quite easily, actually. I like that. Or like around here like this, and the crater is here. That works. That works really well, actually. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just set myself on that and make that decision. Yeah, and the crater's obviously gonna like go in like that. I'm gonna make that decision, and we are gonna just start destroying everything. We're gonna flatten out this area. I don't know how big the crater is gonna end up being, but let's say like, let me actually go up so I can get a better scale of what everything looks like here. Okay, so this is gonna be Grand Festival grounds, like all around here. Like, I'll curve it to look like that. Then the crater is down here because it's already, yeah, no, that works actually. We put the crater over here and Alterna. Where am I on the map? There's still a lot of space here. So yeah, this corner is going to be the crater. And then the raised area can be Splatsville. And I think that actually works perfectly. Yeah, that actually really works. Okay. And then then it's like mountain range before we get to Octoling Turf, which is over there. I think I can make this work. Yeah, I think we can make this work. Okay, yeah. Whew, it's not gonna be exact though, which is gonna, like, I'm worried that I'll have to move everything somewhere else. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna like plot everything out with like flat bricks or something before we actually start building. So I'll make like a floor plan diagram type situation before we actually commit to building so that we don't have to worry about that. Oh, this is gonna be huge actually. This is a major undertaking and I'm starting to doubt my abilities immediately. This might take like years. This could genuinely take real life years to finish. All the more reason to play this game though, and keep watching streams at twitch.tv/freshbeef, because this is going to be a big part of it. This and Tamagotchi life. Any game where we have an island is just going to be a lot. We're doing a lot here. Okay. So this is going to give, the time will pass either way. Exactly. Also, this is going to give me a lot of grass, which I actually do need to keep, because it'll help me when I'm redesigning everything. Oh man, I'm also definitely gonna make the Octo expansion stuff. So like the Underground Railroad and the I just had okay. I'm gonna have to figure out lore-wise where some of the actual stages are, because I know like Hammerhead Bridge has a view of the like head guy in head guy's not what I wanted to say in whatchamacallit. Yeah. Octo expansion, like the final boss guy in Octo expansion. The Nils statue. So I'm gonna build the Nils statue too with a lot of blocks. Here's the thing, I don't have like an art, I do have like an art brain, but not like a visual art. Well, I guess I do have visual art brain because I think in like videos, but like, I don't know how to build a statue. I don't know how I'm gonna translate blocks into a statue. Maybe there's like some sort of like Minecraft tool that can help me like figure out how to build things on a large scale. I'm gonna need a lot of help here, actually. The good thing is you can invite people to your island in this game and they can help you build, I'm pretty sure. So that at least is something. Oh my god, this is gonna be huge. I'm excited though. Yeah, I'll have to get like friends who have this game to help me, who are also willing to help me. That's the hard part though, is finding people who like actually wanted to do this. Oh god, this is gonna be a lot. I'm excited though, I'm excited. Because yeah, once you finish the game, there isn't like much to do unless you're making specific builds. And this is the specific build in question. Let me grab all my soil. This feels like it's a great get your friends in VC and vibe while collectively doing a fun project. Yeah. Problem is, a good chunk of my friends are not the same level of nerd that I am and do not use Discord regularly, or at all. And then there's an even larger chunk of my friends without a Switch 2 because it's like $17,000 million. And none of us can write it off for tax reasons because none of us have streaming / making YouTube videos as our job. If I had money for Pokopia, yeah, like it's fucking $30,000. You have to like put down a down payment on a house to be able to afford most video games right now. Like I don't expect any of like my friends to stop everything and quit paying their bills for the sake of a Pokemon game. That is definitely not an expectation. So like, we just gotta figure it out. A lot more Octoling hairstyles based off black styles. I find that so funny because like, I remember in Splatoon 2 when like, Octolings are very much a metaphor of like black people or disenfranchised people as a whole, but really black people. Again, they had to go through the Underground Railroad. It's a very heavy-handed metaphor. And I thought it was so funny in Splatoon 2 when Octolings had 2 hairstyles and everyone was up in arms about like, I think the Octolings should have more hairstyles, they only have 2. Meanwhile, every video game has 2 hairstyles for black people, and it's just like, no one else is seeing the parallels except for other black people. Like, and then those same people will be like, oh, just use whatever is available. Stop making everything so racial and political when black people complain about not having hairstyles in any other video game. I felt like that's, just couldn't write a better script. But yeah, it's so annoying when like a game intentionally does like a racial metaphor and then everyone is like, don't make it about race, it's a kid's game. Well, I was still black when I was a kid. Why? Are kids not like allowed to deal with racial stuff? Because if so, we need to like contact the guy who called me an N-word when I was 6 Because I was still a kid, believe it or not. 6-year-olds are kids. Surprise. Anyway, the Mii Maker has so many black hairstyles. Really? That's very encouraging. I'm happy about that. Yeah, like Tamagotchi life is the woke mind virus at work, because you can be gay, you can be non-binary, you can be black with accurate hairstyles. That's fucking fantastic. I love that. You like that Ditto Kirby sucks up the dirt, like, okay, dude. I know, right? And Kirby's not even a Pokemon, despite what many moms would say, including my own. My mom doesn't understand what Pokemon are because she thinks, like, Pikachu is Pokemon. Like, she doesn't understand the fact that there are over 1,000 Pokemon, and she believes that Pikachu is the Pokemon. She has never seen another Pokemon. It's so funny. I love my mom so much. The entire Deep Sea Metro is also based off the 80s and 90s, which is basically led by black culture. Like, all of the level names, there's one in particular, but I can't. What is it? Yeah, there's one level name in particular that's literally just a song by a black 80s artist, and like so many people were confused, like, wait, what does that mean? I don't understand the naming conventions of these levels. And it's just like, dude, oh. I'm also just like surprised at like Nintendo for making a narrative like that, and the localization team for making it like honest. People have complained about like how Marina gets a lot of microaggressions from Cuttlefish, and how that's not in the original Japanese game, so it can't be canon that Cuttlefish is racist. But like, microaggressions exist in the United States exactly like that, and I think the localization team recognized that like Marina is a black girl, Cuttlefish is an old racist white guy who fought in a war against black people. Octolings, but you know what I mean. And so like, let's make this relevant to American culture by making it something that Americans can relate to, while keeping the same energy as what it's meant to represent in the original Japanese translation. And they did that so well that I, as a black girl who has been microaggressed her whole life, like I felt it. I saw it when I was playing the game. I was like in complete shock about how accurate it was. And then we've got those people like, oh, it's not real because it's not in the original Japanese translation. Well, they don't have the same culture in Japan of microaggressions. I mean, I don't know. I've never lived in Japan. Maybe they do, but I don't know if it's as prevalent. It's just like, also look at Pearl and Marina's outfits and music styles. They're literally based off Tupac and Biggie. Like, come on. Like, so obviously. It's like, if we got like a redheaded cowboy drag queen, Octoling or Splatoon character now, people would be like, oh, that's Chapel Roan. Yeah. Marina's Tupac and Pearl is Biggie. Biggie Smalls, Hime Hozuki. Or no, Hime means princess. Okay, I think Pearl's tiny, but her last name I think means colossal squid. So it's like, it's got that in it. I don't know anything about the Japanese language, if you couldn't tell. But like, it's so heavy-handed. They did it on purpose, and people refuse to just acknowledge the fact that maybe black people are the main characters this time. Maybe minorities are the like focus of this story. God forbid, right? Oh my God, it's so, Anyway, you watch TikToks from a black American who teaches in Japan, and the stories of how people talk to him are crazy. Oh, I know. I don't know the TikToker that you're talking about in particular, but I know. Before I travel anywhere, I check Reddit to see if there's, or any other place, but Reddit usually has the best information about is this place travel safe for black people? And a lot of places, believe it or not, aren't. A lot of places are just blatantly racist. United States included, obviously, but abroad to me, because I live in the US. Yeah, a lot of places are just they will treat you like some sort of spectacle and pull at your hair without you giving them permission. And it feels like you're enclosed at the zoo. And I don't like, at least in the US, when they do racism, it's like, actually, no, I don't think it's better. I think they're just more blatant about it. But like, people in a lot of like Asian countries, when they travel there, Black people will be treated like they're an animal in a petting zoo, and I don't fuck with that. I do not fuck with that. They also have microaggressions, but considering how homogenous of a country they are, they also have a lot of macroaggressions. Yeah, like that's what I mean. It's like, it's just a different kind of racism than in the United States, if that makes any sense. United States racism is, it's a league of its own. But yeah, people in other countries, like in continents, they will talk to Black people like just in ways that you can't imagine. I've seen tales. I actually was supposed to study abroad in Florence, Italy, in my junior year of college, and I was so on the fence about that because of how blatant and like rampant the racism, anti-Black racism is in Italy, especially in Florence. And none of that matters because that was the COVID semester, the first semester of COVID anyway. So no one got to do anything. But you know what I mean? It's like, like that, we have to worry about that. And it blows my mind that, I won't say all, but most white people just do not consider that when traveling. They're like, ooh, I want to go to this place. And they just go. And they just don't have to like do additional research about like, will they try to lynch me when I'm there? Or like, will they like treat me as subhuman, you know? And some people, like a lot of people just do not like Black people or people with dark skin at all. And so like, they'll, like if you're in some kind of like market or something, they will price you higher. They will like try to make you pay more. If you don't like know how to bargain, they will like exploit that and try to make you pay more. They'll like, public transportation is always like a iffy thing because you don't know, like, it's just everything. It's everything. We have to worry about everything because of other people, which is so annoying. Also in Side Order, Marina and Smallest's whole fear of the world's uncertainty and instability is very relatable to fear to me as a Black person. Totally true. Totally true. Like, I totally get that. Like, I feel like the fandom likes Marina because she's hot, but I feel like if she were like less hot but still like Black and disenfranchised and everything, I feel like they hate her character because like, oh, I want order, I want everything to be the same, I want to stay where it's safe and I know it's safe rather than going to places that are new and uncertain. Like, I feel like they'd find a way to vilify that. But luckily, they made her hot and sexy and not wear anything that covers her midriff ever, like Nintendo does to all of its dark-skinned characters. Look at the Garuda in Legend of Zelda. Twintel from ARMS, they made her sexy and they made her hair her arms. And that's it, actually. That's it. That's all the Black Nintendo characters. That's all of them. Marina and Twintel. And I can't think of any more that aren't the Pokemon Company. The Pokemon Company has done Black characters really well. Like Naveen, I think it's one of my favorite Pokemon characters of all time. And then we've got like Jacinth, who sucks as a person, but is so well designed. Like, I don't know, like Iris from Gen 5 also, making her a main character was great. Like, the Pokemon Company has done a good job with Black people. Nintendo, I would not say that. Jacinth, Nessa, Raihan, yes. Oh my God, I love Raihan. And Nessa, obviously, but I mean, Nessa's another one who's just like sexy dark-skinned girl, which is kind of a trope at this point. And it's like, for me growing up, I didn't fit that stereotype at all. I was just like weird, nerdy girl who happened also to be Black. And to be accepted as a Black woman, you have to be sexy, pretty much. Like, the only reason society, and accepts is a strong word, but like, quote unquote, accepts like a good portion of Black women is because like they're sexy. So many, like pretty much all the famous Black musicians, for example, who are women, have to be sexy as well, or else they're not going to be successful. And it's like, okay, what if I'm not? What if I'm regular and just like some weird nerdy girl? Then what? You know, like we're not all going to be just like. I mean, I'm not dissing those who are, because like more power to you. If you got the ass, if you got the titties, if you got that body T, good for you. Flaunt it, show it off, do whatever you want with it. 1,000%. But like if you don't, you're treated as subhuman for being like not conventionally attractive in like a Black girl should be like this kind of way. It's like, come on. This is why we have to push the Hemlock Springs agenda. Exactly. I like spit into my camera, but I wholeheartedly agree. She's a weird, quirky Black girl. Also, Rachel Chinariri, one of my favorite, like pop girlies, Black pop girlies. Oh, what's her name? God, what's her name? Sorry, I have to go through my Spotify because I'm forgetting her name. But what is her name? Hold on. Kat Burns, that's her name. Kat Burns, another one. She's also queer, very. I don't even want to say queer. She's a lesbian. But like, notice how all of the like lesbian pop girlies, or like all of the lesbian music is like Phoebe Bridgers, like Chappell Roan, Julian Baker, Renee Rapp, etc. They're all white. And then like, what about Doechii? She's gonna get into the like rap category, the rap / urban music category when she is a rapper. So that's a bad example. But like Rachel Chinariri, Hemlock Springs, Kat Burns, like that whole genre of people. And in fact, I'm going to go through my artists on Spotify because I almost exclusively follow Black girlies. Flower of Love, Ray. Oh, what's her name? I can't find her. Well, Coco Jones too, but she admittedly is more like R&B. Oh God, what's her name? There's Dizzy Faye on here too. Can I sort by? Let me sort by alphabetically because I can't. This is not helpful. Alameda. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Alameda is another one. Aaliyah's Interlude. Oh my God. Like, you know, it's like we're all pop girlies. They are all pop girlies. I don't know why I included myself in that. They're all pop girlies, but since they're Black, they're not like the pop girlies. They're not like Zara Larsson, Sabrina Carpenter's, etc. So they don't count. Meanwhile, they're making the same fucking music. You know, like, to be Black means to exist with so many caveats. To exist, like, work twice as hard for half as much. We all have heard that growing up. Like, I've heard that since I was like 8. You know, but it's just like, it's so, the double standard is always just so obnoxious. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I fell off, literally. Yeah, it's just, I don't know where that rant came from, but I stand by it. Okay. Am I doing this right? I don't even know if I should be. How big is the crater gonna be? It's gotta be kind of round. Zara Larsson and her stupid AI slop fruit love island moment. I didn't know anything about any of her work being AI slop. Oh, Pink Pantheress! How did I not say Pink Pantheress? She is the pop girly, and Zara Larsson gets more credit for Stateside than the person it's actually written by. Which, whatever. I'm not dissing Zara Larsson or any of the white artists I mentioned because I listen to all of them too. But like, it would be nice if Black girls could be included in the like same level of praise and acknowledgement that all of these white pop girlies get. But yeah, I didn't I don't have any animosity is not the word, but like I like Zara Larsson's music. I think it's very like summer girly pop. I just wish there was more attention given towards the summer girly pop artists who are Black, because there's like nothing. Pink Pantheress is so like Y2K girly sparkly pink, and like no one gives a fuck. It's crazy. Arlo Parks as well. Sorry, I'm like still on Spotify looking at all of my artists. Yeah, I listen to every like artist of any different race, every different like, you know, background. It doesn't make that much of a difference to me. But like for me, I just wish that it didn't make a difference to other people too, you know? Now my chat is all disconnected. Hold on. There we go. There we are. Everything I've heard from Pink Pantheress has been amazing. She has such a unique sound. No one else is making music like her. And no one has made music like her since like 2002. Like super unique. We're rarely allowed to just exist as ourselves. Yeah, like if we're not sexy Black girl or Black girl musician who is also a rapper, like we don't exist. We're invisible. God, growing up I was so insecure about not being sexy, hot, hourglass, big ass Black girl, you know? Like, okay, I do have a fat ass, but like, which I'm blessed to be. I'm Ghanaian, of course I have a fat ass. Fatter than most. It's gotten flatter lately since I was on chemo, and I need to fatten it up. What am I talking about? Let me change the subject. But like, if you don't fit the idea of what a Black girl is supposed to be, then you're invisible. It fucking sucks. A lot of Pink Pantheress' music has vibes like fighting game character select screen. It does. It does. She's so like, a lot of her music is very like 8-bit core, even though it's not. It sounds like it could be in like any game from like, you know, like Windows 7, you know? She was also a Dan and Phil fan as a tween, which is so relatable. Love you, Pink Pantheress. Yeah, also, people don't realize that Black girls, like, I was gonna say I'm just a girl, but that has the wrong connotation. Not like, I'm just a girl, but like, I'm just a girl. I also, like, have my fandoms and like, read/write fan fiction, and like I talk about like crushes and, you know, like music, and I also want to be liked and loved like every other girl, but I just don't see it happen because we're not like the main characters in rom-coms. We're always like the side urban friend. I'm thinking of like Clueless and Dion and Clueless, and how she was just like there for decoration essentially. Or like, you know, we don't see ourselves represented the same way white girls do, but a lot of us are like, we're not exactly the same as white girls, but we have the same like passions and wants and like things that we enjoy. We like fashion, we like makeup, we like, you know, like we're girls too. And for some reason that concept is so like Black girls are very divorced from girlhood, or girlhood is divorced from us rather, because people don't see us as girls. They see us as like we're Black first and then everything else later, if that makes any sense. Like, and people have lumped Black into a category of what they think that means. So I don't think people realize like, oh my God, I didn't realize like Black girls like rom-coms and like makeup and cute stuff and pink, and like we're like, I'm a girl. It's just, it's so, and I don't mean this in like a gender essentialist way where it's like all girls like pink and belong in the kitchen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like in terms of like girlhood as a concept, like it's conceptually it's been equated with whiteness, and that's just not true. That's just not the case. I'm so excited for Bridget. I can't, hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay. Not used to talking this passionately for this long. I still need to get like my streaming voice back. I'm so excited for Bridgerton season 5. I have never watched any season of Bridgerton, and I probably never will. But the way that I've seen people like shitting on this upcoming season, because I like, from what I've gathered, the main romantic leads this season, one of the two is going to be a black girl who I think is trans. And like, I've seen comments like, no, Bridgerton, this misses the mark. This is not what the people want to see. And it's like, why? Because she's black, or because she's trans, or because she's both? Just say it, like, say what you mean. You don't like to see a black trans girl as the romantic lead. Just say that, because we know that's what you mean. Don't hide it now. We know you're racist and transphobic. You just don't want to be called those things, because that being called those things is bad, but being those things is like whatever. You know? Like, what are we talking about? Michaela and Francesca, Michaela Sterling, played by Masali Beduza, is a gender-swapped version of the love interest from the 6th book. Oh! Never mind then. Or, I don't know. I know her character is trans. I didn't know Bridgerton was based on books until maybe like 15 seconds ago. So, I am definitely not a Bridgerton authority figure to be talking about this. So, yeah. But, like, I don't think she's trans, they just gender bent her. Okay, never mind then. But regardless, a lesbian couple, or rather a queer couple, is the main couple. One of them is a dark-skinned black girl, and no one wants to be seeing that. Meanwhile, heated rivalry. I rest my case. It's just like, it's so blatant. It's so blatant. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Up here. Also, let me see where I am, like, on the map. I want this. I want, like, you see how the outside of this map area is like a circle? I want to complete that circle and make that the crater. If that makes sense, which it does. Yeah. So I just have to see where I am. I think it won't go as far. Yeah, it won't go as far as the lake, so I can keep the lake intact for now. But it'll go close. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get rid of, actually, like, the bottom before. Because I can just rock smash it, I think, right? What, that reach? Yeah. Okay. I'm really hyped for their season. They're both so cute, and they set them pretty well in the most recent season. That's good. Like, the show is romance based. If like two characters have chemistry, like why are we? I don't know. I again don't know enough about Bridgerton to make a solid argument, but people need to like get their shit together. Just say you hate lesbians and go. Like, come on. But I'm excited for all the Bridgerton daddies. Hope you have a good season of show. Wishing you the best. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is a powered up potato burger, whatever. And you can see how easy it makes running through like this spotted cliff rock. It's so easy. I love it. It's kind of weird that of the 4 leading couples in the show, the only one with 2 white people was actually kind of the weakest. Good. And I hope they did that on purpose. Like, people will talk about forced diversity and then be like, I like this show where everyone's white in it and straight and whatever. I am talking, the first thing coming to mind is Friends, but that's from the 90s, so like, whatever. But like, I don't know. I want more shows and movies and stuff where white people are actively like the least fleshed out characters, because we spent so long being like the comic relief characters who weren't actually integral to the plot and were just there for diversity points. I think white people should be white people now. I think they should just be there to be there, and they should have like the least amount of plot and character development, and they should be the first to die in the horror movies. Like, why not? I have been screenwriter is a strong word, but I've written like TV and movie scripts in my day, because I eventually want to be a filmmaker, which we know. And I don't think I have a single script where the antagonist isn't white. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Oh, but that's so racist. Ooh, see, she hates white people. Maybe. Now, what reason could you give me that I might hate white people? Is it due to, like, perhaps the history of what they've done? Anyway. Yeah, it's like, God. Yes, Friends. Friends, the New York. Wait, hold on. Friends, the New York that isn't even remotely New York. It's New York. And I think there was one of the characters dated one black girl once, and she was played by Aisha Tyler, who I love. But, like, come on. And I think part of the reason that she got dumped was because I think it might have been because she was black, and like, I think she was dating like Ross or something, and Ross wasn't black, and like her entire character was about her being black. And it's just like, dude, that's why people don't see like cute, quirky black girls as just cute, quirky girls, because they don't think black people have anything to them other than, oh, that's a black person, and they don't know what we do. Like, again, we are people. Hope this helps. Ooh, I'm in a cavern. Let me explore the cavern a little bit. Actually, let me not, because I'm gonna get lost and it's gonna be a nightmare for everybody. But like, come on, dude, we're people. People don't see us as people, and that's why, like, I feel like racism is, or any kind of prejudice, it's just like, it is prejudice, but it's based around like a lack of information, and a lack of exposure to whatever group. Like, do people know that we're people? Honestly, if white people are hated, we've earned it. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that people don't like their oppressors. It's because of the oppression. Like, I don't think anyone does anything for no reason, like hates someone for no reason other than people who are racist. Like, you know, it's just, oh my God, whatever. One of the biggest romance books in 2025 was set in Baltimore, and there were no black characters in Baltimore? How? That reminds me of one time my sister dated this white guy who was born in Baltimore or near Baltimore or something like that, and like didn't have a single black friend back home, which is crazy. How are you gonna? And also only dated black women. So like, you know, that thankfully relationship did not last very long. But like, how do you only date black women, but also have you're from Baltimore and you have no black friends? That's just red flag city. God, and his name was exactly what you expect from a white boy, but I don't want to say it out loud because like, this is a public stream and I'm not going to do that. I mean, you've met at least 20 white boys with this name, so it doesn't really matter, but like, still. God. Ugh. Anyway. I liked it when I read it, but someone pointed that out in a review and I was like, wait, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's great to point out any racism you see, because oftentimes people who haven't experienced it firsthand won't notice until like it's pointed out. Yeah, it's very suspicious, I'll say. I did not like him. I did not like that man. I did not like him. Okay, anyway. Doesn't it suck when somebody you love is like dating someone 20 leagues below them? I'm only saying this because that guy was so sus. Like, I'm somebody who can usually find like the good in everyone. I try to, at least, because like everyone has some good in them. I don't like to judge people before I know them. But this guy, how are you gonna be from Baltimore, have no black friends, and only date black women as a white man? That's not, you know, like that's not, just fucking no. I've said it before, but I think anyone who only dates X race that's fucked up. That's weird. That's weird. And you have to admit you're racist in some way or another. Like, I don't think race should ever be a deal breaker in a relationship. Like, I don't get that. I straight up do not get that. How does an author manage to write about Baltimore and not include even a single black person? Have you not at least seen Hairspray? Right! Yeah! Like, Hairspray is... Sorry, Hairspray makes me think of one time a school in my district was doing Hairspray the musical, and they just did not have enough black people. I didn't end up seeing it. I just heard from one of my friends who was in that school, and I don't know what they did. But my good lord. Being in the Zelda fandom and trying to point out the harmful implications, not even implications, just straight up propaganda, and you get flamed for it or called a fake fan when you just did an entire dissertation about the whole ass franchise. Yeah, like, the Gerudo that is not... And they're the only brown characters, you know? It's like... It's just... Pointing out any kind of racism in video games is just like talking to a brick wall, because people are just gonna defend it and like harass you about it. Like, what did I do? I didn't make the fucking game. I just noticed something. It's so hard to call out like racism and prejudice and stuff. Like I knew somebody once who like thought I was mean. I'm gonna be honest, it's very hard for me to be like mean and confrontational, especially to strangers, like people I don't know, because I don't like conflict. I'm not like conflict avoidant now because I have been through therapy, but like I'm not someone... I'm not like a mean person. I'm not intimidating. And yet people often think I am. And this particular person, no black friends, maybe one black friend who they saw like once every 2 years. Constantly surrounded by white people. Like very just white. And they couldn't tell, like, I think there was a situation where, like, a white person made a joke, and this person was like, oh, haha, joke, I get it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I would make a joke, and this person was scared of, like, oh, I don't think Bethel likes me. I think she's, like, passive-aggressive and blah, 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 blah. And, like, I had to point out, hey, so if you don't have a reason that you're like scared of me, it's probably implicit bias, and you have to like, it might be racism, And the response I got was just like, it's upsetting that you're calling me racist. I don't like that you're saying racist because that upsets me. Like, people do not want to, again, like, people hate being called racist, but they don't hate doing racist things. Or like, even if they don't know that whatever they did was racist, if you're truly not racist, you would try to like examine your inner biases and see like why somebody who has experienced racism would say that you are doing something that's making them experience racism. It's like, what, you think this is like a false accusation? What benefit do we have from saying like, from making that up? Other than like, sometimes I do use the race card when it would be funny because it's not applicable. Like, and it's very obvious when I'm making a joke. It's very obvious. If you, like, I don't know. It's just, why do you think you're the authority on racism when you haven't experienced it? It just doesn't, oh my God. It's fucking so exhausting. It's just exhausting. And it never ends. It never ends. There's always somebody. Like, it never ends. God, it's such a nightmare. Anyway, Pokopia. Your friend's mostly white private school doing the whiz is insane. Occasionally, if we're lucky, we'll get a version of Impa that's a bit darker. Yeah, that's something. Great. There's our representation. Tan Impa. It's just like, yeah, and like pointing out something that is true and exists, like, is not controversial. It's just people don't want to talk about the fact that their favorite thing might have racist implications, because that means, oh no, that means I'm racist and I can't be racist because my coworker is black and I don't want to be racist. Ooh, it's so mad. I'm so mad that you're calling me that thing with no basis. But like, I don't know. How dare you call me racist? I potentially made, I potentially made you afraid for your life, but you made me sad. Exactly. You played World of Warcraft for 10 years, and that whole time there were no black elves. There are never black people in fantasy. I've never, like, enjoyed that might be part of the reason I don't, like, I just don't feel attached to D&D. Like, black people don't exist in fantasy spaces, because when we do exist, it's like, it would be unrealistic for this person to be black because in this area of Europe that the story is supposed to take place. Bro, there's a dragon that's like the keeper of a ring. I've never seen or watched Lord of the Rings, so if that's inaccurate, oh well. But like, we just don't, there's some spaces that just are not built for us and no one is trying to create a space for us there. So like, why would I care about it? Like, why would I care? And sure, like, I think D&D now has fixed some of its, like, racial stuff, but it is a game based on, like, different races having different abilities and, like, some being evil and some not. Like, that, come on. Like, it's just, like, ingrained in fantasy, like, culture, really, that we're just not allowed there. And there are, like, I know there are a lot of, like, jokes about, like, black people don't go hiking. Why don't we go hiking? Maybe it's because, like, we don't want to be out in the woods where there are a lot of white people. Like, think about that for, like, a second, and you can probably see why we don't like certain things. Because, like, we're excluded inherently from a lot of stuff. Because people don't want to include us in it. And because historically we were, like, disenfranchised in this particular area. No one's done anything to fix that since the 1900s, you know? Like, you know? The dark elves. Like, that, I don't know what that means, but I don't want to. Just based on name convention alone, come on. Like, come on. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. Anyway. I don't even know where that started, but you've heard me go on racism rants a billion times, so, like, everyone in the audience, this audience, like, you know. But, like, God, I wish people just, like, could, for a second, put themselves in, like, the perspective of somebody else. For, like, a second. Yeah. Anyway, let me move stuff. Because I realized my thing is not organized. Very, very bad. Very bad. Indeed. Okay, I'm gonna, how much space do I have in my organic block section? No, that's my man-made block. Okay, I have, like, no room. I'm gonna need another box just for my new blocks that I'm using for, oh my god, that I'm using for building or terrain. Okay. And then I can put this in here. This is gonna take forever. I'm definitely gonna do a lot of off-screen work for this build because there's no way I can do it all just on stream. This is relaxation, that's a toy. Okay. Toy. And relaxation. Great. Is there anything else? I can put away my fossils and stuff. Okay. Fossils can go here. Here. There we go. Great. And then I'll let Tangrowth do the relic thing. Wait. Nice. Maybe we take a break from destroying terrain and go on, like, a treasure hunt or something. Because I would like to get more stuff. And I did give Mosslax the bread that makes things appear. You know what I mean? Okay. Great. Put that over here. I have 8 of these. I don't need 8 of them. Okay, and then let me go back to our building site, and I'm just gonna put all of the bricks that we have for, like, the building stuff. I'm gonna put all of them in a box that I can refer to later. And we'll have that box here on the beach. Yeah. And we'll have to make a series of boxes eventually because I have so many blocks. And I'm gonna need all of them too. I know that I'm gonna need, like, as many as possible because I have to make an entire new section of land. I'm already on page 3. Oh my god. Yeah. You're currently doing underwater exploration in the game you're playing, and what is it about water areas that is so hard to actually make fun? I disagree. I love the water areas just because, like, I'm a water girly. I like, you know, like, I like beaches and, like, oceans and, like, water areas. I just love that. So water levels are always my favorite, and I was shocked to learn that that is not a popular opinion. But it is not, apparently. Okay, what am I doing? Right, let's take a break and then let's do some exploring in when I come back. But I need to, like, rest my voice for, like, 5 minutes. So I'll be back in, like, 5 minutes. Until then, talk amongst yourselves. Sorry it took so long. I was eating peanut butter again, and it was sticking my mouth together. So I needed to fix that before I came back. Okay, great. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, we're getting somewhere-ish. We'd have to expand further that way in order to get like a good amount of crater or whatever. I already forgot what I was gonna put next to the crater. Hold on. It's the crater and then Splatsville. Ooh, I don't know actually if I'll have enough space. Because now that I'm here, it's like less big than I thought. Well, now that I've like demolished an entire section. Or no, that's all beyond the lake. Never mind. I still, I think I'll be fine. I think I just need to make the crater smaller. It'll be like, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Let's go treasure hunting. Anyway, rant over. That's literally how I feel anytime I talk about anything on stream. Yeah, I feel like everything eventually like devolves into a rant about racism or sexism or homophobia or something. And there is simply nothing I can do to stop it. Except, you know, stop talking, but why would I? I'm streaming. Aw, when you press A, Ditto does stuff on the loading screen. Oh, how cute! Okay, let's go treasure hunting. And, no and, just let's go treasure hunting. Oh my god, Charmeleon, what? Maybe. Yeah, I know the brick mechanic, King. Why? No. What? What did I do? Did I accidentally hit him or something? I did nothing of the sort. Whatever. Okay, I'm just trying to find glowing spots. It's easier to do this at night, honestly, but we'll make do with what we have. Which is day. Because I'm also probably not gonna stream longer than like 7, she says, knowing damn well she'll be streaming till like 9. I don't know, it depends, we'll see. There's a spot, there's a glowing spot right there. Right, I was gonna rebuild that house and put all the rest of the litterers plus 1 gatherer in there. I can still do that. Yeah, I'll still do that. Maybe not today, but at some point. Yeah. Y'all. Okay. More things. There's one. Glowing spots is always the word I'm looking for. Also, Pokopia players, if you didn't know this, you can, when you go to the, hold on. When you go to this screen, you can actually like reorder all of your moves, which I did. I moved Magnet Rise to the top, and then like I put Rock Smash and Water Gun next to each other, and it's made life so much easier. And I put Graveler and Rock Smash next to each other too, because that also made things easier. So, cool fact of the day. Area 0! Oh my god! Oh my god, the Area 0 music! Oh my god! Sorry, I'm so excited. I love the Area 0 music. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, I need to go to Rotom and play that right now, but not really, because I still want to look for treasure. Oh my god, that's amazing. How exciting. I love that they put Scarlet and Violet music in this game. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's like, there's no reason not to, but like, oh my god. I love when other people also love the new Pokemon games, because they get so much shit for just being new. And I like them still. There's like, I feel like each Pokemon game is getting better and better. But people don't want to admit that because, oh no, we only like old. Super annoying. Any chance I can get to shit on Gen 1ers, I will take. Like, we get it. You like the version of the game that was available before I was born. I've said it before, but I feel like pure Gen 1ers who don't know anything beyond the original 151 aren't real Pokemon fans, and I will die on that hill. Because it's a good hill. It's definitely a hill worth dying on. Like, what do you mean you can't name, like, fucking... You don't know what Victini is. Everyone knows what Victini is. Just admit that you haven't kept up with Pokemon since you were, like, 8. Okay. Like, anyone who says, like, oh, my favorite Pokemon is, like... I was gonna say Gengar, but Gengar is awesome, so I'm not gonna say Gengar. But, like... I don't know. There are so many, like, people whose favorites are just a basic Gen 1 Pokemon, and it's like, your favorite is that Pokemon because you haven't heard of the other ones. Like, anyone who likes Sandslash will also like Excadrill. I'm not saying Excadrill has to be your favorite, but, like, you will also like that Pokemon. If you like this, try this. Your cat just pushed open the bathroom door while you were peeing and stared at Scraps. Behave, young man. Don't be naughty. I love him. Tell him I love him, but only when he's not being naughty. Genuinely, one of the best ways to judge someone's opinion on Pokemon is to ask them what they think of the black and white decks. Yeah, absolutely. Because, like, okay, yeah, the black and white decks was ooh, I'm gonna die. Black and white had a brand new dex and didn't involve any of the previous Pokemon. I think that's fucking awesome. I thought that's what every Pokemon game did before I started playing Pokemon. And I didn't know that they actually, like, reused Pokemon from previous generations in every single game. I had no idea. It just makes sense that every single game would have a new dex. At least it makes sense to somebody who had never played the franchise before. So, like, what's the problem? Also, there's so many Pokemon in the black and white decks because they're all new. I think that's awesome. Like, I think that's super creative. What's the problem? You hate when things are fun? I don't understand. I'll never understand. Your favorite Pokemon is Wooloo, but before she existed, Mareep was your favorite because you love sheep. Excellent. Good. The open-mindedness to like a new Pokemon with similar characteristics to an old Pokemon. That's great. That's fucking awesome. I saw somebody whose favorite Pokemon was, I don't remember, it was like either Gen 1 or Gen 2 until they saw Ceruledge from Gen 9, and now Ceruledge is their favorite. Thank you. Good. New doesn't mean bad, it just means new. You're not blinded by nostalgia. So you can't, you know, like, I've been on this rant a million times, but, like, God. Choosing Pidgey over Corviknight is a wild choice. Literally, that's irrational. It is irrational. And again, I will always side-eye the people who are like, Flamigo's just a flamingo, because Pidgey exists. It's literally, like, it's more of a bird. It's more of a normal animal than Flamigo is, because Flamigo at least, like, has tied his neck in a knot. Pidgey is just a bird. That's just a bird. You know? Flamigo is just a flamingo. Rattata, bitch. Like, even Rattata is purple at least. But Pidgey, I cannot stress enough, is a bird you would see outside. Magikarp is a fish. Look at it. Look at Pidgey. Look at Pidgey. There is no difference between any bird and this. What do you mean? That is just a bird. It's like, oh my God. And you're gonna say Venonat, the Venonat line is better than, like, any Gen 5 bug Pokemon? Also, when I started playing Pokemon, it was Gen 7, and I remember when people were like, Black and White is the worst fucking new Pokemon game, or the worst Pokemon game in existence. And now, suddenly, everyone's like, Black and White is the best game ever. It just needed time to what? To cook? What do you mean? I remember when people were sharding on it. And now suddenly it's everybody's favorite game. So it was your favorite game when you played it, but you just couldn't admit that yet because it was too new. Is that it? Because in like 10 years, people are going to say Gen 9 was the best gen ever. Like, it repeats like clockwork. Like clockwork. The general lane spawns in. I was going to say something witty and funny, and then I couldn't think of anything in time, so I just started floundering. Welcome. Okay. But yeah, I've seen that in my backyard, Pidgey. Me too. Everyone has. You've never heard Black and White hate, really? But you have heard people say Black 2 and White 2 were better, which is not true. I've heard that. I wasn't into Pokemon as a kid because I didn't have any consoles, so the debates about gens just confuse you. Yeah, like, yeah, I didn't play it till I was 16, so like, yeah. I mean, will I admit some of the Pokemon games I have played have better plots than others that I have played? Yeah. Do some have better Pokemon? Yeah. Like, sure. There's always going to be a preference. But, like, to say that every new Pokemon game sucks. Also, like, okay, yeah, the graphics on Gen 9 at release weren't great. But, like, I don't know. They are not, like, hideous. It's just, like, it's solid 3D animation. You just, like, you want everything to be photorealistic, like the fucking Last of Us or some shit. Like, nothing, like, everyone treats, it's like, if it's not perfect, it's bad. And that's, okay, that may be what I say to myself whenever I'm making something, but that's the perfectionism talking, and I'm working on that in therapy. Like, if you're gonna, sorry, you got it. I'm, like, beating this dead horse over and over, but, like, come on. Do you think in the Pokemon game they say beating the Spectrier? Probably. I think so. Anyway. I know people disliked it, but Black and White were my first game, so it'll always be my favorite and my first experience with the series. And you got one of the best stories. Yeah, I've heard the Black and White story is incredible, but when I started with Pokemon in Gen 7, people hated Gen 5. And probably because it was like 2 gens ago. It's like Gen 7 now, or like Gen 8 soon. But like, it's just because it's new. Just say what it is. You don't like new things because new means not old, and old is original. Anyway. Once again, me getting mad at a guy, making up a guy in my head to get mad at, even though he doesn't necessarily exist. This guy does exist. It's like every PokeTuber, but you get it. Okay, there's a reason that ends your profile picture in Discord. This is apparently a hot take, but the cartoon magic creatures shouldn't be photorealistic. I agree. I think people were more complaining about the environment of Scarlet and Violet that sucks or whatever, but like, if you showed it to somebody from like 10 years ago even, like compare it to the animation in X and Y, and it's like so groundbreaking, you know? It's a matter of perspective. It's not like, I enjoyed the game. Like, yes, there were some glitches, a lot of glitches when it first came out, and a lot of that is due to the company like overworking its workers, and then that's the whole capitalism issue. Yeah, we get that. But like, you cannot deny that the Scarlet and Violet story was incredible. There were 18 like different specialists. Yeah, no, there were 18 different trainer specialists. Like one for every single type, and that's not happened in a game before. Like Team Star, that's 5, and then like the Road to Victory, that was the 8 gym leaders plus 4 Elite 4 members. So hold on. 12, 17. And who's the last one? Hold on. Sorry. 8 gym leaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, Elite Four members. I'm at 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Team Star members. That's 17. I think I'm missing somebody, and I don't know who that is. Oh god, I have to figure this out. Team Star was fighting, fairy, poison, dark, fire. Great. Put those aside. Gym leaders and Elite Four. Bug, grass, electric, water, normal. Larry did normal and flying. Never mind. Yeah, so there were 18 like specialists. Trainer specialists, and I don't think that's ever been in another game. I think it's usually just been like the 8 in whatever. Hold on. And the Elite Four. I want this. Damn it, I forgot to. Ooh, no. There's that. And there's that. Awesome. Sick. Okay. And then let's get a big drum. Why not? No, I do need a community box actually, and I don't want to make one. So let me grab that. 500. How much are these? 10. So I don't want them actually. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of them regardless. And then it's 20. I'm gonna get rid of this. Let's just do beans and tomatoes until I get to 500. There. Great. Awesome. Sick. Okay, anyway. I could do the rare Pokemetal, but yeah, I'm gonna do the rare Pokemetal. Yeah, I was saying something. Yeah, and the story of the Gen 9 game is just so good. It's just so good. Just because it's different doesn't make it bad. Okay, Hill died on. Done. Great. Sickening. Awesome. Okay. Okay. In conclusion. Why did I come here? Like, just Scarlet Violet have flaws? Sure. I don't even like Scarlet Violet that much, mostly because I think that making the theme Chaos versus Order would have been more thematically interesting and this whole but it was clear. But I like their it's clearly effort and yeah. I got you. I don't know. I really liked it. I liked the story. There was clearly gotcha. The story was fantastic. The characters were amazing. I liked every single one of the characters in my of my rivals. That's another thing. Like making the rivals likable. I don't think Hao was like cute, but not like cool enough to be likable. Hop was also just like he did his entire story and motivation was, oh, my brother's so strong and I'm not, oh, I'm sad about it. And he didn't have much depth to him at all. And then they just dropped Scarlet and Violet, where all of the characters have like tragic backstories and like are people. Just like nuts. And even in ZA, I like ZA was a lot more lighthearted, but it was still like the characters are all, I don't know. It's just, I like it. I like ZA. I like the new games. I think the new games are going in a really great direction. And Pokopia too. Story, I won't say anything about the story. But like, even though it doesn't look like a story heavy game, it is. And the story is incredible. Like, I don't know, the Pokemon Company is doing amazing with the latest, the plots of the latest games, and people like to ignore that because, ooh, they have a Pokemon that's just a flamingo. Like, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! God. Ooh, Pokemon, or Pikachu doll. I'm turning into my mom, calling Pikachu Pokemon. ZA may have had Urbane, but it also had Corpo and Canary and Lita and Jacinthe and Laban. It did have Urbane, but like I think Urbane's not supposed to be like super universally liked. I think he's supposed to be kind of annoying. Like I think they did that on purpose. And also like a well-written character doesn't mean like a perfect, morally incredible, super likable character. It means that the character is like written realistically, like a person. And I think like pretty much every ZA character is. A recipe for a soft mat, how wonderful. Okay, because I was wondering. Okay, let's do some treasure hunting. Treasure hunting, treasure hunting. Where's all the treasure? Okay, I'm not gonna fly too high. I just want to look for glowing spots. There's some. Right over there. Nope, that's a glowing mushroom, not a glowing spot. There we go. There's one. I will say that Sharon feels very much like the typical rival, but I love Bianca so much. Black and white rivals. Well, I don't know enough about them to contribute, but yeah, I do want to play black and white at some point. Hopefully, like, I won't say soon because I'm already kind of swamped with a bunch of Pokemon stuff, and Tomodachi Life's about to come out, and that's going to be a whole thing. But yeah, I just, God, there's so much good that people ignore because, like, the grass wasn't realistically shaded. Come on! Like, you hear yourself, right? That's so... And yes, it is good to criticize games when the potential is there, but it's not up to, like, quality standards. That's fine, but I feel like that is, once again, a capitalism issue and, like, an overworking your employees issue. Not, like... I think, yeah, the company's to blame for that, for sure, and I'm not gonna argue with that. But, like, come on. I feel like most of the artists and the people who worked on the game are passionate about it, and I think that shows. But that's gonna go ignored because of, like, the smaller stuff. I remember, like, when I was first playing ZA, I was saying, like, people who... I can't imagine there's a lot of hate for this game. And lo and behold, the entire Pokemon community hates that game, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Genuinely, it's so innovative. Like, taking the regular battle style that's existed for 30 years and making it new and novel. Like, why are you mad? I don't get why people are mad. I don't. I really don't. Oh my god. Wall storage box recipe. Cool. I still have no idea what I'm doing with this area. I would love to figure it out. But hi, what? Oh. I asked you for ores. I don't remember doing that. Thanks, King. Okay, let's look for some more glowing spots, shall we? There's one over there. And it's not like the Z8 battle style is going to be the standard for the rest of the series forever. Yeah, it's like they change game mechanics every single game. Why are you mad that they changed the game mechanic in this game? Come on. Like, be fucking for real. Also, we must remember that this is a game for, like, children, designed with children in mind. Yes, like, a lot of adults play it, but, like, the target audience is 11-year-olds. So, like, come on. I also feel that way about Splatoon. Like, I see people, like, complaining about any and everything in Splatoon, and it's just like, this game is for, like, 14-year-olds. Keep that in mind. Like, pay attention to that. I love ZA's main story. I can't say much for the DLC because you still haven't played it. In your opinion, ZA was better than Arceus. Yeah, like, I don't know if I consider one to be better than the other. I think they're both too different to compare, but I really like them both. I really like both of them. So far, the DLC is very fun. I will say that. And I don't know enough about the characters and the plot yet to be able to determine how good the story is. But like, I'm having a good time playing it. It's, yeah, like, have people forgotten about fun? I don't know. Maybe I just have a lot of whimsy, which I do. It always blows my mind that, like, it's, I don't know. I feel like, hey, Zapdos, what's up, girly? I tend to think people are more forgiving and whimsical than they are. And I always forget that just because I feel a certain way about stuff does not mean that a majority of people think the same way. And like, I maybe I'm altruistic. Maybe I just like try to find the good in everything. I don't think I'm doing it like intentionally. I think that's just how I'm wired. And not everyone is wired that way. A lot of people are wired to be mean or to like, you know, act in self-interested ways or like to point out flaws in everyone and everything that isn't themselves. So like, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. And I'm not saying like, ooh, everyone should be like me. I'm definitely 1000% not saying that. But like, it's just the way I think versus the way other people think. Another Pikachu doll. Interesting. That's more than I've gotten like all game. There's just a nice glowing spot. What have we got? Small relic. Cool. More trade material. Splatoon being designed for children has honestly been like one of the main reasons it's overall a lot more well balanced than most competitive games. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like there's some merit to designing things for kids because like it does make it more accessible, I think, for everyone. You were excited to see the Winds Wave trailers. I love being into a game series that actively gets games because in other games it's lucky to see one in 5 to 10 years. I agree. Winds and Waves made me so excited. Like super excited. So I have seen rumors. I don't know if I'll say this during the ad break so fewer people can hear it, but I don't know if this is real, but I have seen rumors about what the starters may eventually evolve into, and I don't know how true or where the basis of these rumors is coming from, but someone pointed out that Gekwa might turn into a water poison type, and I think that's so true and so cool. Like, it definitely looks like it could be a poison type, right? I don't know how that slipped my mind entirely. It's so, yeah, like it definitely could be a poison type, right? Like, look at its whole vibe. I think that would be dope. As much as I want every single Pokemon to evolve into a fairy type, I have to say water poison would be pretty cool. Because I think we have a lot of water poison Pokemon though, like Tentacool, or Tentacrueline, Quillfish, original Quillfish, Marini / Toxapex. And I know we have more that I'm not thinking of. But a starter, a water, yes, we have had a poison type starter. Oh my god, the first starter was a poison starter. But like, I think that would be dope. We already did get Water Fairy with Primarina. I know. But we had like 3 firefighters in a row. So like, there's always hope. I just want more fairy types. And we've only had, what, 1 fairy type starter ever? I think. Yeah, I think we've only had 1 fairy type starter, so I would love to see more. I've seen rumors that Pombon might be either a fairy type or a steel type, and those are both my favorite types. But Fire Steel would be fantastic because we only have Heatran. I think that would be really, really dope. But Fire Fairy would also be fantastic because that would be a whole new typing. And a lot of people are theorizing Sprout turns into a fighting type, and I think that too. I thought that since I first saw him. I hope Pombon is Fire Fairy. I hope too, but I also wouldn't be mad about Fire Steel. I think that would be really cool. The only steel type starter we've had is Empoleon, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'd be happy with that. I think that'd be dope. I think they shy away from steel because it's resistant to a lot of things. And that's like not super fair for a starter to have, I think. But like, I don't really care. I don't really care. Fire Fairy would be so dope.
She's really good.
Oh no, I'm not hearing my blurb alerts. Did you guys hear she's really good? I didn't hear she's really good. I'll do it myself. She's really good. Oh, you did. Oh no, that's another problem I have to fix. Oh God, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. I'll just have to pay attention to when the alerts happen. Hello, Unc. Welcome on in. Glad you're still here. I am. That's the beauty of streaming early, is that I don't get tired as quickly. You're so stressed right now. Why? Hopefully not like, for like a life-threatening reason, because that, I admit, would be very stressful. Also, I think I'm gonna move to Rocky Ridges. I think I'm good on treasure hunting over here. Show week was a week earlier than you thought. Yeah, okay. Say less right now. I'm stressed for you. Okay, I feel like I was gonna say something that was probably related to starters in some way. Oh yeah, even if we don't get Pombon as a Fire Fairy type, I do want the first Fire Fairy type. Or I would like a new Fairy type, like type pairing in the next game. Or when we don't have a lot of, like, Fairy Poison, I know we have Pheasantipity, but it would be cool to have it on like a regular Pokemon. Fairy Steel, we have a handful with Mawile in the Tinkaton line. Fairy Grass, I think we only have Whimsicott, the Whimsicott line. Unless no, is Shiinotic? I always forget about whether Shiinotic's Fairy Grass or not. I'm pretty sure it is. It's been almost 4 years since Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced, and there's barely been anything, and they canceled the one game that was supposed to tide you over. Oh, rip in peace. Why is Floor just not Fairy Grass? I know. That's true. That's true. I think, like, it would make sense as Fairy Grass. I kind of like it as just Fairy, though, because it subverts expectations, but I also don't see a reason why it shouldn't be Fairy Grass. Like, I don't see why it's not Grass type, either. But, like, cool that they did it that way. Also weird that they did it that way. Oh my gosh, 3-stream streak! You've earned this. You have earned this, Ankh. Congratulations. And also, my condolences. That this is where your streak lies. Twitch.tv/freshbeef, where if you're here, my condolences. Oh, right. I wanted to hear Area Zero music. Where's Rotom? Rotom, I have a request. Okay, Tengrowth, I love you to bits, girly, but I need, ma'am. No. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, great, awesome. Hey, Rotom. Let's talk about CDs. Okay, South Province, I don't really care about. Holy City, Battle Gym Leader. Driftvale is staying. I like the Sword and Shield battle music better, so I'm gonna, remove that and add. I can't hear it. Hold on. Be louder. There it is. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get that chorale music. Get to the good part. No, I don't question my methods. Just get to the good part, King. Luna! Welcome on in! I found the Area Zero CD, and Rotom now must sing it to me. Thank you. That's all I wanted. Okay, back to treasure hunting. Hi, hope you're having a nice day. I am. We're starting, believe it or not, a Splatoon-themed build in Pokopia. And this is going to take at least 5 years to complete. So it's not going to happen quickly. I'm excited, though. I'm trying to work on, like, space and where to put things. I'm gonna like map things out before I start like building, and it's gonna be a nightmare. I can't wait. Ooh, Unova music! Oh yeah, it'll be ready by Splatoon Raiders release. Actually, you're so right. When Splatoon Raiders is released in late 2029, I'll be ready to go. I really hope we get an update on that soon because I would love to know when I should start saving my money. Oh man, I was thinking about it the other day and I'm just so curious about like the plot and also how like a full single player Splatoon game is gonna, like, how it's gonna play. I want more information now. Soon, hopefully. Okay, glowing spots. Show me a glowing spot. Maybe even 2. 3, perhaps. Have I played the Tomodachi Life demo? I have not played the demo. I do want to download it and play it at some point. Because I have heard excellent things about it. Excellent things. And absolutely no filter. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I would like to be surprised. But yeah, this is going to be my first Tomodachi Life game. I have never played it before, but it looks so interesting. It's always looked interesting. I've always wanted to play. And I'm glad that this is like the woke mob version. I'm very excited. Okay, stone den kit. I'm never going to make these housing kits. Except when I do, but that won't be a lot. I'd like to receive them less. Ooh, a chic street light. Okay, that's a good recipe. More of that, please. You played the 3DS game back in the day. Lovely. What did I just say? Okay, it's so promising until they get put on house arrest and lobotomized. Wow, lots of game mechanics that I have never seen before. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think the new games that have dropped as of recently have been bangers. Like, have all been bangers. And I expect nothing less from this one. Oh, Murkrow, I thought you were a glowing spot. Hi, Murkrow. What's up, little guy? Right, I should be using mouse controls, because I know that's, like, way easier. Ooh, a new one. Boutique! From X and Y! Oh my god. Okay, wait. Hold on. Hey, Rotom! I've got another favor to ask you, bestie. Hey, hi. I love Drift Veil. Okay, anyway. Hi, I've got another CD for you. What are we gonna replace, though? I guess South Province, because it's less specific. I want to hear it. I'm in ZA all over again, spending horrific amounts of money. Stop beeping. You're ruining the music. I really wonder if DJ Rotom or Rotom like speaker form is going to be in future games. I hope it is. It's like, I think it's really cool. Hold on. Yeah, because here it says it's electric normal type, which is super interesting. I know normal is like very sound-based typing. A lot of the sound Pokemon are normal type, and a lot of the sound moves are normal type. So like, it would be really cool if they added this permanently. Like Rotom Stereo or something. That'd be really cool. I wonder what other, like... Or maybe they'll add, like, more Rotom forms. Like, they might add more evolutions. I think that'd be cool. Rotom... What forms are... I'm trying to think of what forms there are. And what forms there aren't. I've forgotten every single typing in the game. Every time you hear Drift Veil, you think Calamari Incantation. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I feel like that too. It gives me Calamari Incantation vibes, and I don't exactly know which part. But like, I get that too. You're not the only one for sure. Maybe I'm just too Splatoon pilled. What's up, little guy? Excuse me, I have a quiz for you. I'll attempt it. Okay, what is the flavor that Dugtree... I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to their Pokédex entries to know. Dislikes the most? Maybe, is it sweet? Yeah, cool. What devices would you guys make the other Rotom? Yeah, that's the question I'm asking, but I forgot every typing. Hold on. We already have Rotom Grass. We already have Fire. We have Rotom Wash for water. Electric is just Rotom, really. Fire, water, grass. Hello, Radish. Welcome on in. What are the typings? Ground. Rotom ground. That would be like Excadrill. I think it could be like a what is a machine? Like an excavator, but we already have an excavator. You are the excavator. Oh my god. Did Sonic the Hedgehog just... Okay, whatever. A jackhammer. Oh, you're so right. A jackhammer makes so much sense. What would be rock then? I don't know. Ground and rock are so similar. I usually equate ground stuff with rock stuff, and I don't like... What's rock but not ground? Or ground but not rock? I think jackhammer is better for ground, but I don't know what rock would be. Washes water, fridges ice, mows grass, and then flying is fan. Rotom heat is fire. Yeah, and then regular Rotom is ghost, so we don't need a ghost Rotom because it already exists. Oh, come on! I can't! Oh no, it's just gonna have to explode. It's just gonna have to explode. Now I get nothing. Sad. Except a block of dirt. Okay, I'll leave that there because I can't do anything. You can get both toxicity. Yep, I got both of them. I've completed my Pokedex in this game because I'm not normal. But yeah, I have amped form and low-key form. Both of the guys. Right, more glowing spots. Okay. Sewing machine for bug. That's interesting. Oh, that is interesting. I thought of a bug zapper, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a very positive interpretation. So ignore that. Not a bug zapper for bug electric. A sewing machine could be interesting though. Because they are all household objects, pretty much. Yeah, they are all household objects. So I have to think of objects in a house. What is a house? Not what I meant to ask. What are whatever, you get it. Poison could be, never mind. That's not, I was gonna say like bleach or something, but that is not a machine. That's just a thing. Music box for fairy, I 100% stand by. I think that's perfect. What would a TV be? Maybe like steel? Blender for poison. Yeah, that's really giving Splatoon vibes. I know. I always say this, but like those who know, know. A blender for poison. You know what? I'm sorry. I have to get all the types in front of me because I just can't remember any of them, which is sad. Okay. Normal, fire, water. Normal is the stereo for all intents and purposes. Okay. Normal, fire, water, electric, ice, fighting. Fighting? What would be fighting? What would be fighting? Television, dark, or psychic? I see the vision. I definitely see the vision. I was wasting PP by floating in the air. Yeah. What would television be? Dark or psychic? It could also... It wouldn't be steel. Televisions aren't made of steel. Everything I'm thinking of is acoustic, not electric. You know what I mean? Where am I with that? Okay, let me eat a burger. Fighting could be like a workout thing, like a treadmill or something. Yeah. Like electric workout equipment. You can tell how often I go to the gym if I'm calling it electric workout equipment. A lot of gym machines are acoustic though, and I know that's not the word. Like analog, I guess, but treadmill, I think, or like elliptical or something, or like a bike. Yeah, something like that. I like that idea a lot. You've only seen fighting games like arcade cabinets. Ooh, that's also a good idea. That is an interesting idea. Oh man. I think maybe it would be like, do you think it's more like what's in every household, or is it like, I don't know, because like lawnmower, fridge, those seem like pretty default stuff. So I don't want to say arcade machine because that's something only like a cool person would have in their house. But I guess, I mean, stereo I don't think is too out there either. I think that's pretty normal. Normal, considering it's normal type. Anyway. What objects are in a house other than like... Hold on, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the crafting table, see what I can craft, and see which one of them would be each Rotom form. That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe like pure electric would just be like a light or something. Okay. It would be in the electricity section. Ooh, a printer could be something. You remember seeing a Switch for it as well with the Joy-Cons as fists? That's cool. I really want the new Joy-Cons, the blue and purple ones, because if you look at the screen right now, you'll see the excess of blue and purple. I want the Beath-colored Joy-Cons so bad. So bad. What about a computer? What would that be? Maybe I could see a case where like a computer, like, or video game. I guess you did say arcade machine. And computer feels less like fighting than an arcade machine does. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe poison. This could be poison because it poisons the mind. Mono electric doesn't make sense for the variant of electronic poltergeist. Yeah, probably not. But if they did make one, it'd probably be that. Maybe like, I don't know why I'm getting vibes for like maybe like a clock or something for psychic. And I can't really explain myself, but like psychic feels like time, if that makes sense. Flying is a fan. Flying is a fan. Rotom fan is flying. So that's already there. Like, what appliances exist? I'm genuinely Googling a list of appliances. Okay. Appliances. List of appliances. I'm not trying to buy any. I just want a list. List of appliances. 53 essential types of appliances every home needs. I don't want cookies on this website. An air fryer. That would be either flying or fire. So we're good. Flying could also be like an air conditioner, but flying already exists. Coffee maker for poison. I like that idea. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I could also see an argument for like ground, because coffee, beans, ground, or maybe would that be more grass? Ignore what I said. And there's so many appliances that are already done, like an ice maker. Like we already have ice via the fridge. I do like sewing machine or bug. I think that's cute because a lot of bugs like spin, and I think that's like the same kind of vibe. Okay. Electric knife? That's a thing? I mean, I've never heard of anyone having one, but if they were more common, that would be perfect for steel. What about dragon? That's really the question. I have no idea what dragon would be. Wait, what about microwave? Is that too close to Rotom heat, or is there something else that could work for microwave? Psychic-ish? Poison, maybe? I don't know. We can come back to that. Electric carving knives are a thing. They are a thing. I just have never personally met someone who has one, or maybe I have and I just didn't notice. I can see that. Electric carving knife, that could be... Would they put a knife in a Pokemon game? Isn't Rotom Heat already a microwave? For some reason in my mind, he's an oven. I think he is a microwave. I think it is a microwave. Vacuum cleaner for poison or dragon. Ooh. I can see an argument made for both. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Vacuum cleaner is really good. There should be a Rotom vacuum cleaner for sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. What if they put a knife in a Pokemon game? We have Honedge, but swords and knives are different. You know, like swords are in every game and have been since Zelda age. I say that as Zelda stopped being a thing. But knives are more like, knives feel more violent than swords, and I don't know why, even though swords are made for the express purpose of violence. Regional Aegis Slashline would be cool. Either for turkeys or carving foam, no in between, yeah. Okay. Let me see. What about a deep fryer? What would that be? It feels like heat again, but I don't know. It could be I don't know. Oil is not a typing, so never mind. Maybe that could be poison, but like, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many options. Too many options. Also, wait, hold on. I'm running low on pink paint and red paint. So let's fix that, shall we? Who here can make paint? Crush. Actually, who at all can make... Yeah, okay. Crush, we got... We don't have a lot of Crush Pokemon in Pallet Town. So let me get that here. Who lives here? I don't think they're... Graveler. Hold on. In this area. Oh, there are a lot. Dugtrio, Graveler, Golem, Larvitar, Cranidos, Rampardos. I thought I saw Dugtrio around here. Maybe not. Dugtrio! Where are you, King? Hello? Or kings? Plural? Cranidos and Rampardos, they live here and they're... Wait, Diglett, you can't crush, can you? No. Hey, Diglett, where's 3 of you? Do you know? Any idea? Have you seen you, but thrice? Anywhere? Asking for a me. Who else? I know Larvitar lives like right here. Okay, everyone I need is not alive. Available. They are alive. I haven't killed any Pokemon as far as I know. Sup, Cinderace and Turtle. Not Torterra. Not Turtwig. Fucking turtle guy. Whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Oh my god. Toxel, you're gonna electrocute everybody. Any of you... Where are all the Crush Pokemon? Where's Graveler or Golem or anybody? Like, anyone. They're just not here. And I know I saw Dugtrio earlier, so like, what is going on? Maybe they're in the kitchen area? Stand mixer. Ooh. Ooh, I see that. I see that energy. Phone for fairy. Maybe phone would be like... I don't know. It's giving like kind of... Maybe dragon? What would be dragon? What does dragon mean? Like, what's a dragon? Wait, hold on. Let me see if I have more berries in this fridge. I think I have a lot of stuff in this fridge that I actually want to take back home with me. Home is in Pallet Town. Because I mostly cook there now, anyway. Yeah. What does dragon mean? A plastic cutting board for poison because of microplastics, but that's not an appliance. Yeah, like everything I can think of is not an appliance. It's just a thing. Hey, where are my crush boys? You know what? I'm going back to Pallet Town. There are a few over there. Dragon truck. But trucks aren't electronics. And if they were, that feels more ground to me. Fairy could be phone. I like music box for fairy because it's giving fairy vibes. I'm gonna look for electronics instead of appliances. List of electronics. Electronic devices. Not electrolytes. I raise you a traffic jam. Wait, you could see an argument for like dragon truck. Comprehensive A to Z list of electronic devices. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Air conditioner, amplifier, alarm clock, Android TV box, answering machine. What about a phone? Yeah, like I mean, landline phones are not a thing anymore. But what would phone be? What's the concept of a phone? Phone feels normal to me. So it deals with sound. So maybe not phone. Blood pressure monitor. Bread maker. Barcode scanner. Battery charger. Body fat analyzer. Okay. Baby monitor. What would that even be? Whatever. Camera. We don't have a camera, Rotom, do we? Cynthia had to have the concept of the phone. Get that? I've been doing that a lot lately for obvious reasons. We don't have a camera, Rotom. Except like the Rotom phone. We already have the Rotom phone. That's already a thing. I just realized. Oh my god. Yeah, Rotom phone exists in a sense. I guess, yeah, since Rotom phone is a thing, maybe they won't make the stereo into a new form because like we've always had Rotom phone and it's never been an official new form or anything. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Rotom camera does exist. It existed in Sun and Moon. Cordless drill. Yeah, that would be like ground. No, ground is jackhammer. I like jackhammer as ground. They had drones in Galar. Yeah. GPS. Iron. What about an iron? That could be like, I'm thinking steel because iron is a metal, but like, it would just be like some combo of fire and water or like something. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. A calculator could be psychic. A calculator could be psychic. It's not really, I mean, depends. No one really uses, I mean, maybe mathematicians use electronic calculators still instead of just their phones, but I don't know. I don't know how popular they still are. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube video about this. Somebody made, I think it might be True Green 7, who made a what if there was a Rotom of every type video? Maybe? I still use my TI-84. I think I had a TI-89 or something, which was basically like the TI-84, but it was in color, and I was that bitch in math class. What's up, Tink? I was talking with Squoven a bit ago, and let me tell you, that Pokemon's got potential. Okay. Ooh, a digital picture frame. That could be interesting for something. Unclear. An electric kettle. An electric kettle. That's really like water, kind of, but like, it could also be something else. What could it be? Like, maybe... Oh, girl, I don't know. Electric toothbrush? Electric shaver? One of those machines that shows you how hard you punch? You mean one of, like, hold on. For Rotom fighting. I know what you're talking about. It's like, I think it's like that thing. Like that thing. Like that thing. Yeah. I can see that. That makes sense. Electric scooter, elliptical trainer. Yeah, it's definitely an exercise machine for fighting. Some kind of exercise machine. Electric guitar, that's also musical, so that would probably be normal. Flat iron, food processor, fire alarm, fax machine, freezer, we already have. Gaming console, ooh, meta. Gas stove, well, electric stove would be an electronic. A gas stove, whatever. Geiger counter? Sure. Why not? That's, everyone has that in their house. Headphones, hair dryer. Hair dryer would be good for like flying or something, but not really. Humidifier, hair clipper, hand mixer, handheld vacuum, heart rate monitor, inkjet printer, instant pot. What would a rice cooker be, if anything? It's like, I need my rice cooker. Can't go anywhere without my rice cooker. Or rather, I need one in my home at all times. Inkjet mentioned. Stop! Get out of my head! Intercom system, immersion blender. I love my immersion blender. Juicer, jet ski. Wow. Jukebox, pretty similar to a boombox. Wait, what are we listing? Electronic appliances that Rotom could be in. Controller and console for Psychic. I can see that. Keyboard, electric kettle, kitchen scale, karaoke machine. Kegerator? A refrigerator specifically for beer. Okay. Learned something new today. Laptop, LED lamp, laser printer, landline phone, label maker, LCD TV, laser pointer, leaf blower. Don't we already have that? Pretty much the same thing. Microwave oven, motion sensor, MP3 player, modem, motherboard, memory card reader, microscope, massage chair, metal detector for steel. Oh my god, yeah, absolutely. The Rotom steel is a metal detector. That makes so much sense. Yeah. No, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. A night light maybe for dark, but that's light for dark. But it's electric dark, so it does make sense that it's light with dark. Interesting. Oven, electric, oximeter, outdoor security camera, oil diffuser. That could be poison. That could easily be poison. Projector could be something. I don't know what, but it could be something. Pressure cooker. Paper shredder. Ooh, that could be something. A paper shredder. But I don't know what it would be. Maybe like... I mean, fighting, but not really. Oh, sorry, Ditto, you're asleep. This is not important at all. I just want to, like, now I'm thinking of it. Quantum computer. Wench system? A cooling device used to, okay, whatever. Radio, refrigerator, remote control, robotic vacuum, rice cooker. That's my boy, rice cooker. I'm your biggest fan. Smartphone, smartwatch, security system, smoke detector, sewing machine, thermostat, television, toaster, treadmill, telephone, universal remote, ultrasonic cleaner, ultrasound machine, under cabinet lighting, very specific. You forgot Rotom Ghost is default. You were gonna say a floppy disk. I mean, a floppy disk itself isn't electronic, but I do see where you're coming from with that. Video camera, vinyl cutter. Oh, I see. Vaporizer, video projector, washing machine, which we already have, Wi-Fi router, webcam, water heater, wireless charger, wall mount. Wall mount itself isn't electronic. Waffle maker, X-ray machine, XLR microphone, sure. Yogurt maker? There are so many specific machines. A yarn winder, I kind of want that. Zoom lens, Z-Wave controller, zero gravity massage chair, zapper, parentheses, bug zapper. Yeah, that's basically, this is, we don't need to be doing this. The beauty of constant distraction. That's interesting. We could come up with something eventually, maybe. I don't know why I say we as if this is a project we're all gonna undertake. But you know, there could be different, this could exist in theory. A vacuum for ground, yeah. I like vacuum for ground. Paper shredder for steel, that could also be great for steel. An outside yard tool like for dragon, like a leaf blower could work. Yeah, I feel like leaf blower is so grass core, so maybe it would be something else, but an outdoors will make sense. I just don't know what the essence of dragon is, so it's hard to like put it to like, you know, it's hard to make it, to figure out what that would be. I'm running around doing nothing. Let me go put all my new stuff back and get my artifacts appraised. And then, oh, we haven't been to Skylands. We can go to Skylands and do some more hunting for treasure. And then, I don't know, then maybe we call it, how has it been 3 hours? This game is so, like, time just flies immediately. Hold on, I like to switch them around because I like being surprised by the larger objects. And it does, whatever. Not important. Appraise this, please. There we go. The possibilities really are endless, but I don't know what, I don't know the vibe of dragon enough to be able to like assign it something. Like what is dragon? Dragon is like mythical, mystical, like some guy. Maybe like a terrarium light for like a lizard. I don't know. Or like it's like a big powerful creature. How do we translate that? I'm also thinking of like all the characters in Date Everything because they are all household objects and maybe that'll help me in some way. Oh wait, I'm good. I don't know. I'm gonna be thinking about this like forever and now like fucking it's not even that deep. Okay, I think this is the large. Yeah, this is large. That's small. That's large. Small. That's not from there. I finally got a green meteor lamp! Oh my god! Now I only need one more. I just need the blue one. Oh my god, finally. That's amazing. Okay, I've been wanting that. Great, okay, those fancy beds that are just to your wants? Could be. Maybe dragon is the computer, infinite power and possibilities. I'm leaning towards that kind of vibe too. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that. I see the vision. Yeah, I see the vision. Okay, hold on. Let me move all my fossils back into the fossil area. Fossil, and then that thing. And then my small relics over here. Small. And then move all my other stuff. So that can go here. And then gardening box, and then I'll put the toys in the toys. You understand. Okay. Great. And then toys in the toy box. God, this game is so overwhelmingly big. I know I say that like every 3 seconds, but it's true. It's so true. Yeah, okay. Is that everything? Pretty much. Yeah, okay. Great. Let's go. I need like a high-speed rail system. I should make like a train, but that's not gonna happen. Let's do, should we destroy more land or should we do like anything but that? Yeah, let's, why not? Yeah, I can see like the crater being here and the Splatlands being all the way, or Splatsville being all the way back there. I get that vibe. I think I am. No, yeah, I like that. But there's just not enough space here. Or is there? Like having it be like over there? I think that's enough space. Seems like enough. Like, completely over the sand. So like, let's say you enter from here. This is like the main plaza area. It'd have to be like this way probably. Maybe you enter from like back there, or it's a lot more long than it is wide, if that makes sense. Are you making Splatoon 3 again? Yes. Except we're actually, when I say we're gonna finish this, I don't know like how it'll take a long time, but it's definitely more feasible to do in Pokopia than it is in Animal Crossing. Also, Pokopia is much more relevant than Animal Crossing, so this will make for a better video later along the line. Yeah. And also like the Animal Crossing build has existed for so long, but gotten so nowhere. Just because like, well, now that the that Animal Crossing came out with all the Splatoon merch, it's like slightly easier, but there's still like the giant buildings that are impossible to build. Maybe they're possible and I just don't have the skill for that. So I'm definitely gonna have the skill for Pokopia. Yep, totally. I think this is good for the Splatlands. It'll be like this. You walk in here, like from that way. Right? Let's see, you walk in from this direction. Like here's the main plaza. And then you walk all the way down here, blah, 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 blah. Walk, 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 walk. This is the main street area. Then turn up. Here's the ramp going up. And we'll pretend this is a higher level than it is. Turn. Wait, no. Ramp. Ramp. And then, like, behind there is, like, hold on. There can be, like, the water thingy. And then go around. It's kind of, yeah, this is, like, where the tower is. I think this can work. I think this will work. I think there's definitely enough space over here. And then the crater's all the way down there. Under the crater, we make Alterna. Yeah, I like that. And let me get these sparkling things. Under the crater, that's gonna be like also a huge project. Oh my god, okay. Maybe we will finish at least the Splatsville part of the Splatoon build just like as a warm-up. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. I don't have a solid plan of for anything ever. Just an approximate idea of how things might work. But who knows? Maybe things might be good. I don't know. I don't know. Let me get this thing. Doop doop doo. Another thing that I need to appraise that I'll do later. Here and here. Yeah, I think maybe. So this island will definitely be Splatoon 3, and then like I don't know. I think it would be fun to make. Maybe I can turn Withered Wasteland into like Zelda, and God, what other games do I play? Pokemon. I don't need to turn Pokemon into Pokemon. That's fine. I've seen people try to recreate Kanto in this game, which makes sense because this is Kanto, just post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I just like when games become other games. I think it's fun. Unfortunately, the only games I play are Splatoon, Zelda, and Pokemon, and Animal Crossing, but you can't really make Animal Crossing in a different game because every island is different. You get it. Okay, let me go back to, I think what I'm gonna do is like just straight up flatten out this entire area and like use different colored blocks to like draw out what I'm gonna do. And that'll take like 10 years. That alone. Great. Well, at least I have a homework assignment. Yeah, I mean, I'll do some of that now, but that'll get boring to watch, I think. So I won't. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a huge project. I need people to help me with it. Either way, yeah. That's the plan. I think I'll do like top down because that might be slightly easier. Do it layer by layer than it would be to like go from bottom up, right? Maybe. Again, I have no plan. I'm just doing it. Okay, I hope like the Pokemon gods aren't mad at me for destroying this altar, but also it's probably fine. Can I get? I want the. There we go. I'm gonna cut down like all of these trees to add back later. Oh boy. New build. Super exciting stuff. Super exciting. I'm trying to think of like what's one thing that we should do before we end stream, because usually there is something. I think I just have to work, bitch. I better. There's so much to do. Another self-imposed project I'm starting for no reason. Yeah. This should be fun. This should be fun. Oh, electricity. I'm gonna have to like... Oh no. I mean, I think Splatsville will be good for like having the like visible electric, whatever they're called, utility poles. That'll be good because it'll kind of fill it out a bit. But everywhere else that looks like clean, I'm gonna have to use the blocks and put them underground or something. Okay, interesting. I think I also want to see like how other people build their builds in this game. Other people who are like better at stuff than I am, because I think I'll need like at least some kind of guide on building in this game, because otherwise it'll just get overwhelming. And I've never been good at like planning out stuff logically before I start to do it. I usually just start to do it and then run into problems later as we go. So let's see. Okay. And yeah, I am still thinking about Rotom forms. They're deep in my mind. Oh. So I'll probably have to make like the interiors of like the lobbies and stuff too, right? I think so. Or maybe I'll do that just once, maybe in Splatsville, because that's where that like actually started. And for the other ones, or depending on the size, I can make it just like the inside with the glowing whatevers, like that there were in Splatoons 1 and 2. The thing is, if this doesn't look like perfect, it'll look bad. There I go with the perfectionism again. But yeah, like actually. I think there's like is there like, whoa. The sky just changed color. I think there's like a planning tool, a Pokopia planning tool somewhere online. And if there isn't now, somebody's gonna invent one. So I think that'll be good to use at some point. Yeah, I'll see what tools are available for me off stream, and then we can take it from there. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Okay. Okay, let me flatten this a little bit more, and then we can call it a stream, because I have my work cut out for me, and I'm only now realizing that. Let's ride. I'm gonna need so many storage units for all the blocks I'm gonna have, because I can't get rid of any because I'll need them to like rebuild areas, right? You know what I mean? Oh my god, this is gonna be a nightmare. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay. There's like a bass heavy sound when you're rolling around as Graveler that makes it sound like there's a giant stomping behind you, and it's genuinely unnerving. Like, listen. You hear that like faux fum shit? It's really giving fee-fi-fo-fum. a little bit. You can hear it better when I only go through one layer. That's creepy. Anyway, yeah, let's get rid of a couple layers on the top. I like this. It's like a haircut. Ad break in 58 seconds. Okay, I can't snooze it. Why can't I snooze it? That's weird. Yeah, let's flatten this a little bit and then we can call it a day. The effects of the food have worn off. If only Minecraft was this easy. Arguably, I feel like parts of it are easier. It's like, at least you can go into creative mode and do stuff like that. But I don't know, like, actually building, oh god, it's gonna take a while. What did I, like, I feel like I built something somewhere. I also said we were gonna go to the Skylands. Look for, oh my god, it's Luigi. What's up, Luigi? I said we were gonna go to the Skylands and hunt for treasure, but that's a lot of work and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just gonna look at Luigi. What's up, bruv? Let me get the cut ready for this. That. Yeah! Awesome. But also the number of things I've wanted to make in Minecraft is also unfortunate. And I've made nothing in Minecraft. I've made like the saddest house anyone has ever seen. Because like, again, Minecraft is just another really big sandbox game. And sandbox games are so overwhelming to me. And yet I continue to play them. Will I ever stop this? No. Why? Because they're fun. But yeah, when I make, okay, so I'm gonna make, I'm designating Pokemon to each like main character who's gonna be like sitting around. Like for example, I'm putting probably Leafeon and Sylveon in the little like glass area that you can see in Inkopolis Plaza, where Callie and Marie are sitting and yapping at each other. So I'm gonna make Sylveon and Leafeon live there, probably. But like, I don't know, there's some Pokemon who just like aren't in the game. Like for Mr. Grizz, I can't use like Ursaring or Ursaluna or anyone, because they're not in this game. So I have to get creative with it. And like Pearl and Marina, I'm thinking Excadrill and Persian, or because Exploud isn't in this game, so that can't represent Pearl. But then I also have to think about like when they release. They're eventually going to release DLC for this because they release DLC for every single game now. And I have to think about what that's going to be. If there's going to be like a new area and like new Pokemon and what Pokemon are going to be there. Oh, I wish Sharpedo was here. I wish Sharpedo and Mantine and Electros were all in here because that's Shiverfry and Big Man. Could Pearl just be the Rotom? Ah, I see that. I see that energy. I mean, yeah, but I think maybe Rotom, because it's DJ Rotom, which is very Marina core. But also I see how it could be Pearl because it's all hype. It could be both. Maybe I just like make Pearl and Marina live with Rotom. Whatever I decide is going to be Pearl and Marina, I mean. Yeah. Is there like an old Pokemon that can be Captain Cuttlefish? Or like, can somebody be Krusty Sean? Who could be Krusty Sean? Let's go through this. I don't know, Slowbro's kind of giving Krusty Sean's more upbeat than Slowbro. Maybe like Onyx, because he's kind of crusty in a way. Or like, oh my god. Yeah, there's not a huge variety. Maybe I don't know. I do not know. Maybe Wigglytuff could be like someone. Or Mawile could be Callie. Yeah, that's right. Mawile could be Callie. Marie is kind of giving Gardevoir energy, but I don't want people to take that the wrong way. And I know they will. I don't know. Much to consider. Tangrowth as cuttlefish or a fossil as cuttlefish. A fossil for sure. But which one? Yeah. There's a bunch. There's Cranidos, Rampardos, Bastiodon, Shieldon, maybe Bastiodon, Tyrantrum, and Aurorus, and Aerodactyl. Maybe Aerodactyl. I don't know. Which looks the most like? Is Drampa in the game? Drampa is not in the game, unfortunately. Yeah, there are only 300 Pokemon in the game, which already is like very few. A lot of them are Gen 1. We've got like Bulbasaur line, the 3 first starters. We've got Pidgey, Oddish line, Paris line, these guys, all of those guys. Marowak, Keybone and Marowak. Maybe Marowak? I don't know. Marowak might be Cuttlefishy just because he carries that bone around everywhere and Cuttlefish has his Bamboozler. I don't know. We got Coughing, Wheezing, blah, 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 blah. Gyarados, etc. And then, like, a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon, too, actually. Combee, Jellos, Drifloon. Actually not. There's, like, 4. Never mind. Like, even the Garchomp line could be good for Shiver, but it's not here. Haxorus could be interesting somewhere. Oh no, they're not all here. They're not all grouped by gen. Never mind. Maybe Lapras for Shiver. Ampharos for Fry. And like Moslax for Big Man. Maybe. I could see how that might work. Yeah, and then there are a handful that would work for the shopkeepers. Chinchino could be good for Pearl too, kind of, because she also is giving off rich vibes. Goomy as a jellyfish. Yeah, why not? Why not? I really like Goomy, it's so cute. Tatsugiri can be there just because it's like sushi. Also, like, they put Rowlet in there. They put Scorbunny in there. They didn't put, like, they didn't put all of the starters from a certain generation in the game, which is interesting because they have Decidueye and Rowlet, but they don't have, like, the Litten line or the Primarina line. And, like, they have Scorbunny, but they don't have the Grookey line or the Inteleon line. I'm remembering like the first starter of certain lines and the last starter of the last evolution of others. Toxel, yeah, Toxel and Toxtricity. Toxtricity could be good for Pearl. Amped form might be like Pearl and low-key form might be like Marina. That could be interesting. Ooh, Armarouge and Cerulege. Those could be someone. I don't know who, but they're cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like Greninja's here, but Fennekin and Chespin aren't. Brigatita. Is it just like the most popular starter from each gen other than Gen 1? Gen 2, they have Cyndaquil, but they don't have Totodile or not Bayleaf, Chicory, the Chikorita line. That's interesting. And then Gen 3, they have Torchic, but they don't have Mudkip or Grovyle. Sceptile. Gen 4, Infernape, Torterra. They have Piplup. They have the Piplup line. Right here. Gen 5. Gen 5 starters were Tepig. They have Servine line for Gen 5, wherever it is. Yeah. Snivy, Servine, Serperior. Gen 6, they have Froakie. Gen 7, they have Rowlet. Gen 8, they have Scorbunny. And Gen 9, they have Sprigatito. But they don't have any of the other starters. So is it just like the most popular? Was Snivy the most popular Gen 5 starter? I would have assumed it was like... Actually, yeah. Tepig, I know, was hated for some reason. And I know Oshawott... I thought Oshawott was more popular. I don't know. Armarouge and Cerulege could be Random Blaster and Splatana. Sure. Or we can, like, make them Sheldons in different towns. Yeah. I think it was Oshawott. Yeah, interesting. But Oshawott isn't... Maybe they wanted, like, an equal number of Grass, Fire, Water starters or something? Okay, hold on. Grass for Gen 9. Fire for Gen 8. Water for Gen... No. Grass for Gen 7. Water for Gen 6. Grass for Gen 5. Actually, there's, like, an overwhelming amount of grass. Gen 5. Gen 4. Water for Gen 4. Fire for Gen 3, Fire for Gen 2, and all of them for Gen 1. Interesting. Okay, I have no idea why they chose the ones they chose, actually. Interesting. Very interesting. It's so dark now. I spent so much time looking in my Pokédex for no reason. Okay, I think we can probably end stream here. I've done so much pondering, and I think I need to do some pondering off stream and see if I can make sense of however I'm going to do this layout. But thank you all for tuning in.